how severe it will be.
And do the goats ever get to go on emergency calls?
If they were to find themselves at an emergency, no snacks would be safe.
Take pause. Jill Nato, Fox News.
The cost of conflict. Lisa Brady, Fox News. There's growing concern about the budget impact as the conflict with Iran continues.
The unresolved conflict with Iran, the rising cost of fuel, and unexpected U.S. military operations is straining the Pentagon budget, U.S. Army officials told Fox, forcing tough budget decisions and curtailed training. Quote, current energy market dynamics, an oblique reference to disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz, are increasing fuel costs, which can affect the cost of transporting personnel, supplies, and equipment.
Fox's Jennifer Griffin.
Last night's War Powers vote in the House shows just how concerned the Congress is about the costs associated with the war restarting.
4 Republicans joined Democrats to pass that resolution aimed at ending military action in Iran. For now, President Trump says a ceasefire remains in effect, despite the latest exchange of fire this week, as the U.S. targeted mine-laying ships and Iran fired drones and missiles at some Gulf neighbors. Iran is also still demanding a ceasefire in Lebanon, but Iran-backed Hezbollah has rejected a U.S. brokered deal agreed to just yesterday by Lebanon and Israel. Supporters for both sides outside a courthouse in Texas where a murder trial is underway over the stabbing at a high school track meet last year.
In opening statements in Collin County Court, prosecutors telling jurors that 19-year-old Carmelo Anthony provoked then-rival student 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet last year, then used a hidden knife to plunge into Metcalf's chest, killing him following an argument over seating. The defense telling jurors that Anthony's actions were self-defense after Metcalf touched him first. Jurors were also shown grainy surveillance video of the attack. No cameras or recording devices are allowed during the trial that's become racially charged over the suspect and victim's race.
Fox's Jeff Bonasso. Anthony could face life in prison if convicted. America is listening to Fox News.
Feeling uncertain by life's challenges? Discover timeless truth and encouragement with In Touch Ministries, guiding you every step of the way. At intouch.org, you'll discover encouragement that lasts. With powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith, you'll find hope and wisdom for every season of your life. Don't wait. Visit intouch.org today and let God's Word inspire your journey. That's intouch.org.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis in the mountains of Macon with balloons galore. It's an incredible flag-waving Pete. It's just Recuperation Central. And at the controls, it's just Jeff because Flounder disappeared for a few days. How's it going, boys? Beautiful day in the neighborhood. We got Holy Crap at Sports. We got tweets. We got Flounder's Funnies. We've got Flounder's off for a couple days. Just Jeff in here. And we have some fun sound and a lot of political stuff and some weird stuff and worm-eating human and animal stuff. And it's I got a whole bunch of stuff here. And that case in Texas, Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player, the Carmelo Anthony we'll be talking about is the young black boy who was 17 when he obviously was confronted by a white person and had to stab the white kid in the chest because otherwise you can't. If you diss a black kid, you can't. They all have to carry knives to high school. Wait a minute, what was that all about? He won't get in trouble for that anyway. And by the way, there's a good reason they kept black people off the jury. I hate even saying something like that. But there's so much racism going on. The family's raised almost $1 million so they can move into a millionaire estate and buy new cars. And they've been claiming white supremacists and white racism against their poor black child, their teenager, who slaughtered a guy. I mean, it's just unfreaking believable. And so race. That's all they've got. And the family's complaining about racism and white supremacy. And the same damn thing's going to happen with the prosecution. And wait till you hear why some people have said, well, gee, Judge, I can't convict him for that. Anyway, well, it's all coming up. Anyway. How you doing? Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder's off, and Just Jeff is here. Our number is 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We'll talk about elections in California and the vote counting, and it's not even close to counting the ballots yet in L.A. or state of California. And let's see, we got just a million things going on. There are a lot of political stuff and a lot of sports stuff, too, and also a personal thing. Once again, no Comcast, no cable. Yeah, no, they were going to come in this morning, but they forgot to call him. Oh, golly. Now, tomorrow, I have an actual appointment, so it'll only be 4 days that they could not get to my place to bring in a new cable box. 4 days, I'll have I can watch TV, but I can't hear it.
The flooding.
Yeah.
All the flooding that's there around your house.
They just can't get there. The moats, I didn't let the gate down for the moat. The alligators alone, they get crocodiles up there snarling at the guy comes by I tried to get your butt. Oh, alligators. Oh, God. Oh. Freaking Comcast, data call, but no, sorry. So, in fact, by the way, Pete Davis, I had fun watching sports a little bit last night because I can't hear anything. It doesn't work. They had to get me a new thing. 4 days without being able to listen to. I can watch the TV, and I'll make one quick observation. The NBA game last night. And I tuned in just for a few seconds because I can't hear anything, but just to watch what was going on in case anything was going on. And honestly, it looked like I couldn't hear. I just watched the video. It looked like the Keystone Cops. I mean, without having an announcer and the people describing things, just looking at the action, it's one guy shoving another guy, throwing the ball out to the three-point line, another guy shoving another guy, throwing it back somewhere. The guy takes 4 steps, 7 dribbles, 3 palm ball. I mean, and then throws it to somebody, and he shoves somebody. And it's just clanking off the board. I think they went back and forth like 6 times. Nobody scored. Clank, boom, crank. it was horrible. Now, I guess the ending was pretty spectacular. I don't know anything about it. People talk about that. Holy crap, it's sports. But I was really disappointed. It just looked like amateur guys going at it after school. It was very unimpressive. I don't know.
Well, there were two, the play aside, there were 2 controversial things that happened, one before the game and one toward the end of the game. We'll talk about that during
I was going to ask you if you're going to talk about that big, tall, skinny guy, right? From France. Now, is he an American citizen?
No, he's French.
Ah. Well, Peter, we have a whole thing about this.
Why do you think I have this outrageous accent?
But of course.
I'm French.
May we? Anyway.
He did something, and some people are upset.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about whether he was wrong in what he did.
Well, it makes a point. That's why I mentioned the country. This will be a thing. We'll talk about that because it depends on where he's from. But we'll get to it. Also, what else we got here? Oh, a lot of woke stuff, too. Wokeness in the news. And incidentally, speaking of that, I noticed, in fact, I forgot to kind of mention this the other day. Was yesterday, day before, I do maybe 2 looks a day on Twitter or X, I just to see what's going on. Because I'm not on it. I don't have a Twitter account. Maybe I do, but I've never been on it. I don't know if it exists even. But I do check it to see what's going on, if there's something that catches my imagination. And that's where I heard the story a couple of days ago about what happened in Britain, where the cops handcuffed the young kid who was an innocent victim, bleeding to death in front of him, and denied that, just completely, the story. And nobody had covered it in America. There was nowhere in the news, nowhere anywhere, and I saw it on X. And so I had it printed from it was like Daily Mail or someplace, and then all of a sudden that same day, it was yesterday or the day before, where all of a sudden the whole news started exploding everywhere, and then the reaction came, well, now people in Britain are going nuts. There are protests and fighting the police, and they're saying, it's just gotten worldwide attention. It all started from Elon Musk. I didn't know that. The original Twitter thing was because Elon Musk said this is wrong. What's going on here in Britain, this wokeness and this cultural change that's going on and protecting people who are non-white automatically first, cultural invasions kind of stuff. And Elon Musk was the one who started it. And it was the first time I'd ever seen the story. And that's why we started talking about it. Now it's everywhere, which is good because the citizens at least one of the cops quit in embarrassment and shame. Now
he killed that kid.
Yeah. They basically let him bleed to death because of their hands behind the back, and that can't be good for your blood system, pumping blood out of the stab wound while you're twisting the guy's arms behind his back. Geez, the whole thing. You can't even watch the video. I'm bleeding. I'm stabbed. I'm bleeding. Oh, I don't think you are, mate. Anyways, this wokeness. We got a couple of more woke examples. ICE protesters in Minnesota. I guess you can do whatever you want now in Minnesota if you call it a protest.
Right.
In
As
church.
you said, the liberal judges and the prosecutors up there are going to let them all off.
It's really freaking outrageous.
Don't spend money in Minnesota. Don't go to Minnesota. Don't buy Minnesota products.
Yeah.
Let them know how you feel.
They need to be banned. They really do need to be shunned. We need to shun the Minnesota ICE pirates.
Let them have their Somalians and enjoy themselves. The stupid white people that live there have brought this on themselves.
And also another issue we'll talk about today, too, is what's happening to the Handmaid's Tale, which is now the state of New York. They have passed a bill going to the governor, the claymation figure, Kathy Hochul. God, she looks like a wax figure. I'm sorry. I hate to say that. But she's a disgraceful witch. Yeah, she's just a snotty, disgraceful public figure. And she's going to apparently sign the bill. The bill passed state legislature, Senate, and House in New York State. And they are now changing the laws in New York State to refer to a mother as the birthing parent and the father as the non-birthing parent.
Oh my God.
Among other things. The mothers become gestating parents. The fathers become non-gestating parents.
A woman is doing that. A woman is doing that to other women.
Yep, that's
They're
right.
erasing women from the nomenclature.
And not only that, now remember, the progressives quickly say, you've got to empower women in their reproductive rights. A woman can have an abortion every 20 minutes if she ought to be allowed to. And then all of a sudden, you're now degrading a woman down to her biological parts, period.
Yep.
Motherhood is not, having a baby and then that's it. That's not motherhood. You can't. I mean, the gestate. Oh, I can't even talk about it. Well, it's all that stuff. Yeah. And now, Peter, anything new in the mountains of Macon? Any stuff?
Oh, yeah. I get out of the shower.
All right.
About an hour and a half ago, I'm smelling burning rubber.
Uh-oh. That can't be
and
good.
that's not good.
No, in your house? No, that can't be.
Yeah, I got the windows open. I'm thinking, it's coming from outside. So I'll go outside.
Your car's on fire? I'm sorry, what happened?
Yeah, I actually walked out to the car.
That's the first thing I would have said. Oh, my God, my car's on fire.
And I'm walking around, and my neighbor happens to come up. And I said, come on in and see if you can smell anything. I said, it's faint. And we're sitting there going, God, what could that be? And we walk back outside on the porch, and all of a sudden it's overwhelming. It's coming from up the road somewhere. Somebody's burning some rubber tires or something. Yeah.
And by the way, I think isn't there still a dump, a tire dump somewhere in America that's still burning for 50 years?
I don't know. I know there's a coal fire going in Pennsylvania. I think it's been going on.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I should ask Grok, but now I have a female Grok, so I'll ask my Grocky girl. But I think there's still a tire, for one of the Goodyear company plants or dump areas or something, and they set it on fire, and it's been burning for years and years and years.
Well, that's the best thing you can do with a Goodyear tire.
Anyway, and just Jeff, how are you doing, man? What's in the last 24 hours? Everything okay?
Everything's fine.
By the way, this guy's unbelievable. And two things. He's now got the room dark in here like Flounder had it the whole freaking time. I have him on the computer screen, but now he's turning the lights off basically down there. And another thing.
See him?
Well, he's turning it up a little bit now. Yeah. But I think he's slipping in toward the Flounder thing, which is kind of cool. Anyways, give her a Pete, and Flounder's off, and Just Jeff is here, and it's all coming up. We start here. Donald Trump's on the warpath again, and the votes and stuff. And Fetterman, you got to love this John Fetterman. He's done it again. Coming up, 106.3. How's your Thursday? Good grief. How you doing? Look out.
Support the advertisers and partners that share your values. Give our extra advertisers the first shot to earn your business. They will deliver for you every time and support the extra community like no one else. Connect with all of our partners online at extra1063.com.
Well, here we go. Another beautiful day, growing season, and Stovall & Company, your third-generation wholesale landscaping supply company's ready to go. You builders and contractors putting in a backyard, landscaping stuff, sprinklers, irrigation systems, big-time Charlie, maybe a fireplace or kitchen by the pool. They can help you with that concrete-based kind of stuff. And don't forget the trees and flowers and shrubs and plants and sod and seeds. And, I mean, you see these beautiful things, just acres and acres of them. And remember, Stovall & Company, you know, they get there when you want them to. And in fact, if you're in a problem, you need on-site delivery, they're on their way. And if you need something special and they don't have it, they'll tell you where to get it. You'll love them. StovallInc.com.
Got a home project coming up? Don't miss the All Four Seasons Home Show, hosted by Dan Watkins of All Four Seasons Garage and Entry Doors and Chris Lalamia of the Trusted Toolbox. Every week, they talk with experts from Atlanta's top home improvement companies, sharing tips on plumbing, roofing, landscaping, and more. This week, we have Tom Bowman from Custom Solar Solutions. So don't miss the All Four Seasons Home Show, Saturday mornings at 9 on Extra 106.3.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? Hello, I'm Mark Venti, Executive Director for Hennessy Porsche, and I'm here to talk to you about Porsche Certified Pre-Owned, a designation that is not easily earned. Every Porsche CPO vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. Factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche CPO vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your dream Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. We recognize that Porsche owners are some of the greatest automotive enthusiasts and experts in the world who demand the very best. This is what ignites our passion to perform for you. Hennessy Porsche, where you will always experience excellence.
Every day, Americans make choices that shape our country's future, right down to which cell phone provider we support. Here's what most people don't realize. Patriot Mobile is an activist organization funded by selling top-tier cell phone service. And they've been on the front lines defending our freedoms long before it was cool, standing in that gap when others wouldn't. And the best part is, they delivered prioritized premium service on all three major U.S. networks, giving you the same or even better coverage, backed by 100% U.S.-based customer support. You're going to get unlimited data plans, mobile hotspots, international roaming, so much, and you'll save money. And when you switch to Patriot Mobile, you're going to help grow a movement that fuels the Christian conservative cause. Every bill you pay helps advance the faith of values, family, and freedom. And switching is easier than ever. Activate in minutes. Keep your number, keep your phone, or upgrade. Take a stand today. PatriotMobile.com/Beck or call 972-PATRIOT. 972-PATRIOT, promo code Beck. Get a free month of service. PatriotMobile.com/Beck, 972-PATRIOT. Make the switch today.
Look out now. I got Mr. Jovi coming up here for you. The Kimmer Pete and Just Jeff. Flounder will be back Monday. And on this day, 4 years ago, bass player Alec John Such. I think that's how they pronounce him. I've been Such. I don't know, honestly. Alec John Such died at the age of 70 4 years ago. Founding member of Bon Jovi. Played with them from 1983 to 94. You Give Love a Bad Name, Living on a Prayer, Bad Medicine, stuff like that. Passed away at the age of 70. Doesn't say what from. But every time I read about someone famous who died a lot younger than I am, I go, you know, it's funny. I don't read the obituaries. I know a lot of people get to be my age and they're looking at the obituaries every day. I never, ever, ever look at the obituaries. I just don't think about it. But every time somebody dies, that we know of.
Every summer, my grandmother would get up and they listen to the local radio station and they give the obituaries over the air.
Yeah.
And she'd immediately go to the phone, pick up the phone and call people and say, did you hear so-and-so?
I know.
Of course, they all heard at the same time.
and by the way, that used to be a thing in radio too. I mean, they used my first job was 61 years ago. Okay, my first professional radio job. I got $1.15 an hour, I think it was. A WSBS was a radio station, 250-watt daytimer. Signed on at dawn and signed off at dusk. And I used to sign it off and another day of broadcasting, and then go shoot woodchucks by the transmitter out in the backyard. It's a true story.
It was so cute that they think that they were telling the other one for the first time when they all heard it at the same time right then.
Yeah, especially the little stations like I grew up and things like that. And again, we did a farm report. We did it all. We just everything. Man, what? I mean, honestly, if you're, I can't even imagine. I really can't imagine what it must be like to be in your 20s or even in your 40s, especially 20, 30 years old. In fact, you know what? I was going to. Well, all right, let me give you a birthday thing, and then I'll mention. I was reading, so I almost had him printed up, and then I knew the reaction was going to be, well, our audience doesn't really care about that stuff. It's something in the Gen Z generation called wildflowering. It's bizarre. Anyway, quickly, our birthday list includes a guy named Keith David. I didn't know the name, but I looked him up, and now I know him. Keith David is 70. He's a guy from John Carpenter's They Live, and back in 1981, he did The Thing. Yeah, he was also in There's Something About Mary. Keith David is a black guy with a very distinctive look in his face. He was in Platoon, and I believe he was the guy with a do-rag. If you look him up, you'll see what I mean. Keith David, 70 years old. And in Platoon, awesome role. Anyway, a nice character actor, by the way. And on this day in history, well, no, Mr. Phone dropped. Here we go. On this day in 1937, Sylvan Goodman was the owner of the Humpty Dumpty grocery store in Oklahoma City. And he had a new invention. He said, I'm trying to do something to kind of get things going here in my grocery store. So he put together a folding chair, had an engineer put some wheels on it, attached 2 baskets, and he invented the shopping cart. Nobody liked it. It was a total flop. The men said, that's freaking sissy, effeminate. What am I, a freaking girl? And women wouldn't want to use it because it looked like a baby carriage. And they didn't want to have a baby carriage going to put groceries in it, so nobody wanted it. So he had to hire male and female models to walk around with these new shopping carts in his store, and it became a huge hit everywhere. Folding carts extremely popular. Goldman became a multi-millionaire because he collected a royalty on every folding design shopping cart in the United States. And not only that, he also invented what they call the nested shopping carts, the ones you push inside each other, that they line up in the grocery store. And this,
you really just spent a minute on shopping carts.
I know, but think about it. Think about the guy in 1937 who invented. He said, "I'll do this," and he became a millionaire because he put wheels on a cart, on a folding thing.
And it worked. It worked.
And it worked.
By the way, you talked about Keith David, the actor.
Yeah.
There's a white actor which you'd recognize if you saw his face, named David Keith.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, cool. Not like Brian Keith. Wasn't Brian Keith a liar about going to war and stuff? I think he was one of them.
No,
it wasn't Brian Keith.
Don't disparage the great Brian Keith.
Who was the one in?
My God.
Who was the one in the movie
Family Affair?
Now wait a minute now about the.
You're thinking about the fat guy. I forget his name. They've let him back in a few things since. Brian Dennehy.
Brian Dennehy, not Brian Key. Yeah, Brian Dennehy.
Not Brian
he was one in that.
He
was the one in that movie with the pods, where the space people lived in pods, and they had to go up in space. And the guy had dinner next to him at the
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
No. The one I had dinner next to the guy, the famous old actor with the
God,
Cocoon. And the actor, the guy I had dinner with, Kelsey Grammer, and the guy who won Don Amici won the Academy Award, and I had dinner between them.
This show is basically it's regressed to the point where I just remind you of names of people.
I'm sorry, I'm not good. They should fire me. I don't deserve to have a job.
That was 3 in a row.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. It's gone. I have the name. If it's a name or a title, it's over. It's in there and it won't come out. I mean, I know it. It's like it's just. And it's not my fault.
Yeah, it is.
I've got a new, I got a new game idea. 6 degrees to Kimmer. Throw out a name and see how you can connect them.
Actually, there's...
We've done that.
Well, we've done it. And because of my years, 61 years in business, broadcasting and show business, basically, I've met a lot of celebrities.
Let's do
Frank
that.
Sinatra, Bob Hope.
It.
I mean, I've known him. Carol Burnett, Nancy Sinatra, Jim Neighbor. I mean,
okay. Okay, Jeff, throw a name out.
Like a famous actor or something, you mean, or what? Or an athlete, or athletes.
Throw a name out. Let him say something.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry, David Justice. I know David Justice.
Yeah, I used to. He yelled at me a few times. Yeah, David. Yeah, there
David
it is.
Justice.
It's within 2 things.
That was one.
And Margaret.
And Margaret.
Ooh, and Margaret.
All right, hold on. She was in movies.
I've been to Tupelo, to Elvis's birthplace. Elvis had a thing for Anne Margaret.
What was the gambling movie too? You know gambling. Anne Margaret. With Steve McQueen and the Cincinnati Kid movie, wasn't that the one? I'm trying to think of somebody I probably met in
I don't
that.
know if she was in that.
Wasn't she somebody's girlfriend? Oh no, it was in a pool movie, I think. The Hustler. No,
Viva
not the
Las Vegas.
Not the Hustler with Paul Newman. It was the one where Jackie Gleason was the pool shark.
Cool Hand Luke.
The Hustler.
No, the Hustler. I guess it was.
The Hustler.
No, that's not what I'm thinking of. It was Cincinnati Kid. Wasn't she somebody's girl and cheating on
Cincinnati Kid?
Cincinnati Kid. She was cheating on Steve McQueen. Yeah, and she showed up at the hotel or something, and they were having Cincinnati
I don't
Kid.
remember her in there.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Anyway, 3:25. Well, there goes that.
Whole segment.
Sorry. Oh, mercy. All right. Well, we're going to hear. We got some fun political stuff coming up here too. We'll get to all that stuff here. And let's see. Donald Trump this morning posted a little reaction to what happened last night in the House. With the help of 4 Republicans, not surprising, the House passed a bill last night of a war powers resolution, which would formally end the conflict, although it's they say it's really meaningless in some ways. But Donald Trump replied this way. Yesterday, in a meaningless vote, the House voted 4 bad Republicans and all of the Democrats to limit my war powers right in the middle of my final negotiations to end the war with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Who would do such an unpatriotic thing? They know where the negotiations stand. The Democrats are fueled by the Trump derangement syndrome. They would rather have our country fail than give me another of many victories. The 4 Republicans, that's a whole other story. They're grandstanders. They should be ashamed of themselves. MAGA. Oh, Trump Live, White House. Here we go, talking about the Iranian deal.
They say it should be. No, but they say it's 80-20. It's not 80-20. It's 99. And we've never found the one.
He's ready to sign something again,
There's
looks like.
another one.
Or he's reading something.
No mail-in ballots, but we want to be liberal, as they say. Or we'll say we want to be progressive. So it's no mail-in ballots. You see that's what's happening in California. They're rigging the election. Now, maybe we caught them, and maybe they won't be able to get away with it. They tried with me. They did it successfully the second time. The third time, we made it too big to rig. Too many votes. They couldn't do it. They can only go. They sort of gave up at about 9:07 when they got slaughtered with the votes that came in. But no mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. So we're being very progressive. And
trying to pass new
we
bills.
just don't want cheating in our elections. And you see it happening in California. Those numbers are coming down rapidly. They found a lot of mail-in ballots last night, shockingly. So we don't want that. Then we added best of. This is best of Trump. No men in women's sports. No transgender mutilization surgery for our children. I would say that's pretty close to 99-1 also. No men in women's sports. I would say that's pretty good. We had the quarterback. Jackson is the quarterback for the Giants. He's a big, strong
I don't know
guy.
what list this is.
How do you think you do in women's sports, Jackson? He said, pretty good, sir. No, I was joking. He was not worried, so let me put it that way. He would have been the greatest athlete in the history of women's sports. You got to see the size of this guy. Like a male model, and he's going to be a great quarterback. So we talk about that. And so we just would like the Senate Democrats, Republicans to pass it. Interestingly, Democrat people, not crooked politicians, because most of them are crooked, or they're sick, or they're Trump deranged. There is Trump derangement syndrome, but the people, it's 86, 87%. Democrats. I mean, Democrats are fun. I have a lot of Democrat friends, but I don't know, for some reason, when they go into politics, they get radical left crazy, and they're trying to destroy our country, but we're not going to let that happen. So today we're taking historic action to bring down the price of energy and the cost of living for all Americans with the power of clean, beautiful coal. If you look at
they're talking
China,
about money to restart coal plants.
Successful countries, they're using coal. If you look at some of the real great failures countries, they're using wind. Just keeps blowing, and puts you right out of
I tell you, we'll come back. He's going to be taking questions later. So, again, the original thing here, I think, was to announce that he's planning to get more coal plants running again. I saw a chart of they need $75 million to get them all going full steam or whatever. So that's what he's kind of talking about, energy stuff here.
Daily Mail's lead story is that the Doge things are hitting. They're going to fire like 8,000 federal workers because of Doge finding that they have jobs that don't need to be done anymore.
Man, I can't. This should have been in the news every stinking day since the first day they did the Doge thing, and never should have stopped. Yeah. I never should have stopped. Well, let's get any update we got on that, man. I mean, here we go. This is great. Every state should have a Doge investigative team. All right. 3:30. Kimber Pete, Flounders off. Just Jeff, and holy smokes, we got it all going here at 106.3. Look out. Go Braves. Look out.
Fighting the communists with truth every day on the only conservative news and talk station in Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. Tune in Saturdays at 10 a.m. or listen to the podcast anywhere. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
So you got into an argument. Things got heated. Then a fight broke out, and it landed you in jail. Now what? You need A Second Chance Bail Bonds. They can get you or your loved one out of jail quickly, in most cases, in a few hours. So make the right call. A Second Chance Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call 404-BAIL-OUT. That's 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you, too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Let's be honest. All cars and all car dealerships are not created equally. So when you're buying a new Toyota, you're not buying a vehicle, you're protecting a major investment. That's why where you buy matters. For over 50 years, Marietta Toyota served our community with the reputation built on straight answers, real accountability, and doing business the right way, proudly here since 1975. They have realized since day one that giving the customer the best deal possible, more car than they thought they were going to get inside their budget, that's how you keep people coming back. Here's the difference you won't hear everywhere. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide
certified lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and, of course, supported by Marietta Toyota, a dealership that will be here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. Visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. MariettaToyota.com. Visit Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
Hear that? That's the sound of the annual Duck Pluck event supporting Special Olympics Georgia. For just $10, you can adopt a rubber duck or grab a whole flock. Every dollar helps provide meals and housing for over 18,000 Special Olympics Georgia athletes. And if your duck is plucked, you can win some great prizes. Adopt your duck now at duckrace.com/Atlanta.
Hey there, it's Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Whole Body Systems. And I've actually had many of you ask me about it, so I became a client.
Hi there, I'm Kim, Studio Director of Whole Body Systems in Smyrna. We are thrilled to partner with Tara and give you the inside look at how we help you age powerfully. We understand you don't need another crash diet, you need strength that lasts. We specialize in women and men who feel intimidated or overlooked by traditional gyms. Strength training is especially critical in women during perimenopause and beyond. Things that used to work just aren't anymore. Doesn't mean your body's broken, you just need a new strategy. Everyone is welcome. The process is personalized for everyone.
Friends, I invite all of you to follow my journey in our town. Better yet, you should book a free consultation. And remember, our town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
The biggest candidates in Georgia are live on Extra 106.3 FM.
Joined by gubernatorial candidate for the state of Georgia, Burt Jones.
So you can cut income tax and cut property taxes all at the same time. We capped property taxes earlier this year in session, and I would like to see us approach it just like we have the income tax. We do it very methodically and make sure that we're not just doing a knee-jerk reaction and then all of a sudden get a big hole in your budget. But on the property taxes, one simple thing that we could do is on your homestead exemption, you get $2,000 for your homestead exemption from the state. I think you would raise the homestead exemption up to at least the average price of a home. Could be $100,000, could be $150,000, and that immediately will give people a huge savings. And then long term, I think eliminating property taxes for homeowners would be the ideal situation for us to be in.
Candidates, the road to victory includes a stop at Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
It's been too long since we took the time. No one's to blame. I know time flies so quickly.
I don't think I've ever heard this song.
It was about number one. But
Oh, maybe I've heard this one. Kind of different.
Again, it'll be just like stars.
Yeah, I've heard this song. 2014, handwritten letters, notes, poems, and sketches by John Lennon all exceeded the pre-sale estimates at an auction at Sotheby's in New York, 2014. A nonsensical poem called The Fat Budgie figured they'd get probably 30, 35,000. It went for 140. A handwritten manuscript called I Sat Be Lonely, they thought it'd bring about 35,000. They got 137,000. It was part of 89 lots for sale from Lennon's books In His Own Right, W-R-I-T-E, right, and A Spaniard in the Works on 2014 at the stage John Lennon auction. Our birthday list includes that naughty Bar Raffaelli, I think is how you pronounce it, 41. She's the Israeli model who was on the swimsuit cover in 2009, and Maxim magazine said Bar Raffaelli in 2012 was the number one hottest of the hot 100 women in the world. And she was number one in 2012. Yeah, she's attractive, that's for sure. And let's see, on this day in history, kind of a bizarre thing for a really good reason. 1947, the Christmas movie classic Miracle on 34th Street opened in theaters on this day in 1947, in June. It's a Christmas movie, The Miracle on 34th Street. Why was it released in the summer? Well, the studio director of 20th Century Fox, the boss was Darryl F. Zanuck. Zanuck was hoping for higher profits because he said, hey, idiot, people go to the movies in the summer. So if you have a good movie to watch, they're going to go watch it. Doesn't make any sense. I mean, why not? 1947, after the war, people were looking for stuff. In order to attract audiences, the movie poster really barely shows Edmund Gwenn and Natalie Wood, who played Kris Kringle and Susan Walker, the little girl. Boy, did I have a crush on Natalie Wood as a grown actress, of course. Anyway, instead of showing them on the poster, it basically prominently featured Maureen O'Hara and John Payne. Well, they were famous actors back then for way different things other than a Christmas movie. The 5-minute-long trailer to advertise it in 1947 never mentions the movie's a holiday film and mostly is just interviews. Regardless, the movie was a huge hit in the summertime, brought in millions of dollars in ticket sales on a budget of $600,000. Scenes of the Macy's parade were filmed during the actual 1946 parade. The movie came out in 47. The movie also won 3 Academy Awards for Best Actor in a Supporting Role, Best Writing, Original Story, and Best Writing and Screenplay. Well, who won the supporting role? I should give the name. I didn't know this. I was looking it up. All right, I'm going to ask Grok, who won the Best Supporting Actor?
It had to be the Santa Claus.
I would think. One of the great roles of all time.
Could be Maureen O'Hara.
Might be Maureen. Can you Grok it for me while I'm doing this? Who, in 1947, who won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor? 1947. I will come back and give you the answer. Sorry, I didn't see that.
Top men on that.
Staff. Damn it. Anyway, we'll be fine. All right, 340. Keep repeating Flounder's off and just
be louder with the sound effects he can't hear.
Oh, phone call. It's Mr. Phone. Hey, Mr. Phone. Who's on there? What do you got there,
Joe.
Jeff? What's that?
Good, Joe.
Joe. Hey, Joe. You on the radio, man? What's up?
Hey, Joe. Kim, I just want to tell you about the time I met Ty Cobb.
You met Ty Cobb?
Yeah. I was went to Druid Hills High School, and I sold newspapers over at Emory University Hospital. And I'd go over there and sell newspapers door to door. And one day I was walking down the hallway, and I heard this guy just cussing, just everything you can imagine, just every word. So I go in there. And I go, you want to buy a newspaper? And he said, shut up, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
So the nurse says, you know who's sitting over here? You know who's in this bed over here? And I said, no. And she said, well, this is the head of the Cherokee Indian Nation over here in this bed. And I got all excited, and I said, oh, wow, cowboys and Indians. Yeah. And then she said, you know who this is sitting over here? And I went, no. And she said, well, this is Ty Cobb. And I was like, I didn't know who the hell Ty Cobb was. I was like, yeah, whatever. So I go home, and my dad's sitting around the supper table. And he says, well, what happened today? And I said, oh, I met the head of the Cherokee Indian Nation. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And I said, some guy named Ty Cobb. And he said, you met Ty Cobb? And I said, who's Ty Cobb? And he said, oh, he's just the greatest baseball player. He said, did you get his autograph? And I went, no. And he said, well, you go back over there tomorrow and get his autograph. And I said, okay. So I went over there, and the room was empty. And I said, what happened? She said, well, whatever, Chief so-and-so died yesterday, and Ty Cobb is in ICU. And, he died 2 days later. And I think he didn't have any relatives around or anything like that. He was just there by himself.
Really? What year was this?
1960, August the 8th or 20th of 1962, I think.
Wow. Yeah. And that's sad. So in other words, really, that he really just died by himself? There was
nobody in there. And when I went back the next day to talk to the nurse, she said, it's really a sad occasion. Yeah. I went back and I researched Ty Cobb. I didn't realize he had bought General Motors stock and other stuff, and he was
Coca-Cola. Yeah.
And he had donated money to charity for years, and nobody even knew it.
Yeah, but he was one who was swearing like a trooper, who was like a Marine when you went and asked him to buy a paper. How old were you at the time? How old were you, Joe?
Well, I was 15, I think, at the time, 15 or 16. But he was cussing the nurse out.
Oh, I got.
And then when I came in, he started it on me.
Oh, man. What a story. What's a great story, Clay. And again, and the best part is you didn't even know it. I mean, I can imagine your old man when you said, oh, yeah, some guy named Ty Cobb or something. Oh, my God. Holy smokes. What a great story. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for calling. I really appreciate it. And again, if you have a great story, we're the home of great stories. And by the way, everybody kind of forgets that this is radio, okay? What used to be radio is that it's a community thing where you listen and you have something to say or reminds you of something you want to share it with somebody. It's just a thing, Instead of everybody, there's so much hate and division and all that stuff that's going on now. And again, just, that just made my day. I mean, it was just a nice story of a guy who had a great memory, and he'll never forget it, and it involved his family. And I mean, it's just, what a great story, It's just I love things like this, and especially now, a lot's going. We kind of forgot just basic, simple human communication and things that make us feel better. What a shame.
Just read the obits every day too for like 5 minutes. Just go through the paper,
and actually read the stories of the people and what they did. I mean, you can actually.
Please don't.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I found the answer to your question about the Academy Award winner.
Yeah, the best supporting actor, 1947.
Was Edmund Gwynn, the one who played Santa Claus.
Santa Claus, yeah. Yeah, one of the great roles of all. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Had to be that guy. And again, Natalie Wood she was probably 7 or 8 or something like that at that time. And when she was a woman, we grew up, that was my number one crush of an actress was Natalie Wood.
He did such a good job. Natalie Wood, as a kid, I actually thought he was really Santa Claus in the movie. It took her a while.
Yeah. Well, again, he was Santa Claus.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned. And by the way, Miracle on 34th Street, and it's all in its black and white glory, is one of the classics of all time. And if you ever get a chance to watch it, you should. It's just terrific. It's 3:45 already. Can't believe it. Kimmer, Pete, Flounder's off. Just Jeff is here. And we'll do more politics. We'll talk about the hate stuff, politics. Wait to hear what Fetterman's up to. And Marco Rubio says, I'm not taking that crap off of you, girly. Next, 106.3. Bake me a cake or something.
If you listen to Extra, share it with a friend. It's how we grow and how we can reach everyone in the Atlanta community that believes in the American way of life. If you value the station, help us grow by telling someone about the Extra 106.3 app.
Hello, summer, and hello, Braves baseball. Head to Truist Park June 16th through the 21st as the Giants and Brewers come to town. Fans can look forward to some amazing giveaways like the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines, the Braves soccer crossover jerseys for adults and kids, and the Kids LED light. Visit Braves.com/promos to see more of the fun throughout the week and to purchase tickets. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
Hey, this is Lowe's with Terry from Alpharetta, who just purchased a new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent, honest way to buy your next vehicle. Terry, tell us about your experience.
I have a son serving in the military. He's active duty with limited time to look for a car. My son was looking for a used Hyundai Veloster, and I had heard about the Honest Car Guy on the radio, decided that might be a route to go, and we made a phone call over the weekend. He screen shared the information with us. We looked over the vehicle, and he took the reins from there, and they were able to walk us through the process of buying the car. We're very clear and transparent, and next thing we knew, we had a car in the driveway.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Still on the fence about a fence? Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Protect your home, your family, and your pets with a brand new fence from Accent Fence. Whether you want the classic look of wood, the durability of aluminum or steel, or the affordability of chain link, Accent Fence builds it right the first time. And with no money down financing available, your dream fence is more affordable than ever. Read our 5-star customer reviews online and see why so many homeowners trust Accent Fence. For quality, craftsmanship, and dependable service, visit accentfence.net today for your free quote.
You and your buddy. You've been through a lot with each other. The ups and the downs. He's been with you every morning, noon, and night. You've traveled the world together. Heck, he was even with you on your first big date. But have you noticed he's struggling lately? Not performing on the job? He can't even stand up straight anymore. He's wanting to cry out for help, but just doesn't know how. He needs Dr. Deal and Total Body Therapy of Georgia. They can give him the gift of good posture this year, help him stand proud and become all he was meant to be. Now, take him by the hand, look him in the eye and say, I appreciate you, little fella, and we're going to get you some help. We're going to call 404-777-1911. We're going to visit tbtofga.com. We are going to say goodbye to erectile dysfunction forever. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. It's a hard conversation to have, but it's one worth having. Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Online at tbtofga.com.
When you hear about Israel in the news, it's easy to think about the headlines, the politics, or another conflict far away, but for families in Israel and Jews around the world, this is personal. Anti-Semitic attacks in the Holy Land and all across the globe are increasing. There are people who have survived and endured so much and again are fearing for their lives. They never thought it would happen again, and here it is. Jewish families praying for the freedom to worship in safety. In moments like these, your voice matters because your voice can remind them they're not alone. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is inviting you to leave a personal prayer or message of encouragement that will be delivered directly to somebody in Israel who needs hope right now. Not filtered through the media, not lost online, personally delivered. A simple prayer, a few heartfelt words. They can lift the spirit of somebody facing fear and uncertainty and isolation. It's more than support. This is standing with the Jewish people when it matters the most. Please go to prayifcj.org. Submit your prayer today. That's prayifcj.org.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for a political outsider, especially somebody that could sell funds.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
Dang dang ding dong ding boom 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 boom. Bump it a bump it a bump bump bump. You kidding me? Gotta love Blue Moon, baby. Dang 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 ding dong ding. Unfortunately, some sad news on this day. In 2013, singer Cornelius Hart passed away. He was only 73. The original lead singer with the Marcells. 1961, this was the hit here and in Britain. #1 doo-wop cover of the ballad Blue Moon that began with a bump, bump, a bump, a bump, a bump, a bump for dang a dang dang for dingy dong ding. Sold 1 million copies, a gold disc, and their lead singer, Cornelius Hart, passed away 13 years ago. That's when I went back to work, came out of retirement, 2013. Anyway, Kimmer Pete and Flounder's off. Jeff is here. Our birthday list includes El DeBarge, 65 years old. I always thought El DeBarge was a girl, but it's a guy's group, I guess, with a guy lead singer. Rhythm of the Night, and that one, Who's Holding Donna Now? I think it was that. It's another very sad song.
We just had a Blue Moon Sunday.
Oh, was that a Blue Moon?
Yeah.
I don't remember even reading much.
Second full moon of the month. Yeah.
Huh. Well, I'll be darned. And on this day in history, now I did not know this when I saw the movie Gandhi. In fact, I've got it on my DVR thing again, just in case. And I don't remember this part. Maybe I just slept through it or whatever. But on this day, what led to something very important, you may remember, of course, and know in history. 1984, Indira Gandhi ordered the Indian Army to attack the Golden Temple complex in Amritsar, Punjab, the holiest shrine for Sikhs. Sikhs are in the news because that Sikh with the head thing killed that kid when in Britain, and the cops didn't believe the victim and held him down and let him die right there. Anyway, the guy who killed him was a Sikh. Under orders of the Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, the army attacked the Golden Temple complex, the Sikhs' holiest shrine. They were trying to remove militant religious leader Jarnail Singh Bandawali and his followers to get them out of the building. The operation continued until June 10th. The army finally took control of the complex. That's the background. They killed 500 Sikh militants and civilians, about 90 military people killed. And then 4 months later, Gandhi was assassinated by 2 of her Sikh bodyguards in revenge. And, of course, Indira Gandhi was not the same as Muhammad Gandhi. But anyway, but again, in 1984, they got her back months after the invasion of the temple. 3:54. Kimmer Pete Flounders off, and Just Jeff is here. Donald Trump says they're trying to steal California in the primaries, launching a probe and all this sluggish voting things. It's going to take weeks. And Donald Trump said the Democrats are at it again. They're trying to steal the governor of California primary and the mayor of Los Angeles primary away from 2 great Republican candidates. He's investigating the slow vote counting deal in California. There's big cheating by Democrats in California. Voters are tied up, may not be in for weeks. Why is it vote counting delay like this? Well, they have to verify millions of vote-by-mail ballots. Again, we got to get rid of that mail-in vote time. It's just freaking wrong. Just freaking wrong. And by the way, when Donald Trump goes, he's still talking about the energy plan for coal plants and stuff. If he starts taking questions from the media about Iran or whatever, we'll go back to it live. In the meantime, I love this thing on Fetterman. We got a Flounders Funny coming up here in 2 minutes. John Fetterman says, "I dare you, Plattner." John Fetterman is ramping up the criticism of the Senate candidate that's, Jew-hating Nazi Graham Plattner, calling out the main liberal progressive commie over his history of inflammatory remarks and challenging to let's hear the messages. John Fetterman, a Democrat, John Fetterman, the only Democrat of the really old-fashioned Democrats in the House these days, or Senate. Here's a guy that had a problem with me, how I dress, but he seemed, because Fetterman wears hoodies, how I dress, but he seemed to have no problem posing in a towel at a disgusting website that consistently had serious problems about the kinds of depravity. Let me make a deal with you. I'll tell P. Hustle, he calls him P. Hustle, Plattner. He says, I'll tell P. Hustle I'll wear a suit every day if he releases all those texts and messages that he's had with dozens of women. You can prove to America what is in these conversations. Can P. Hustle prove how old these people are? If you have nothing to hide, release the messages. Because some of those girls are obviously underage. Yeah, on that Kik account, K-I-K. And Fetterman says, as a Democrat, I'm never going to carry water for a guy that calls an American hero a dumb MFer, or someone that smears Chris Kyle, the sniper, claimed he was shooting innocent civilians to build his body kill count. You've lost count, really. It's countless how these ridiculous comments are. It's ridiculous. Chris Kyle accused of inflating his statistics by killing civilians. And Fetterman says, this guy's had so many offensive things, this guy Plattner, you can't even keep up with it. He's, by the way, Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren and Chuck Schumer all endorse him. Well, he'd be a great candidate. Yeah, all in favor of it.
Nazi tattoo. Imagine if a Republican had a Nazi tattoo.
Oh, Lordy. Flounders Funny Time. We got a little special one for you right here. Hold on.
Like, do you remember back in the day when you had a crush on somebody? You'd have to call the house and talk to a parent before you talk to your crush. I'd like to bring that back. None of this dodging and weaving and texting. You got a crush on Hannah, let's earn it, big dog. You remember how nervous we would be for that phone call? I'd be in the kitchen by the phone like, stay loose right here, Derek, stay loose. Her grandmother might answer, be ready to pivot, I can still hear that phone call till this day. He'd answer the phone, yellow. And I'd go, is Hannah home? He'd go, yeah, buddy, she's running around here somewhere. He'd go, who am I speaking with? You go, this is Derek Stroop. And he'd go, nice to meet you, Derek. I'm Jeff Turner. I'm Hannah's father. So why are we calling my daughter tonight? Y'all remember that? These kids are not built for that direct communication. Not these days. If that happened to one of y'all's kids, they'd hand you the phone. They go, Jeff wants to talk to you. Back in the day, we had to stay in the saddle, figure it out. Send old Jeff a line, you know. I'd go, well, I was going to ask Hannah a question about math. And this was not Jeff's first rodeo. And he'd go, Derek, you're not going to believe this, buddy, but I'm pretty good at math myself. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. The only thing that would eventually save you would be a mother in the background that would go, Jeff, that's enough. Hannah's crying in the dining room. You don't know when to quit, Jeff. It's not funny to us. And then you got to hear a grown man get in trouble, which was cool, you know. You go, yeah, Jeff. Go away, Jeff, with a G.
And that is
Derek's true.
He just talked about it. He gave his actual name. Anyway, it's coming up on 4 o'clock. Coming up, more politics. You'll hear some Marco Rubio stuff. And again, if you haven't heard about the shoe controversy, you're about to. I mean, this is getting so silly. Again, every time they have a hearing now, it's just to hate Donald Trump and anybody who's ever worked for him. That's all there is to it. The results are totally meaningless. It's all dog and pony show. And it's frankly, it's getting old. Coming up on 4 o'clock, 106.3, go Braves. I tried to watch them last night, but even with no sound, but they weren't on to be seen anywhere. I don't know why.
Turn the radio on.
The radio's so much better than it's stupid. Now that the Braves said, screw television, it's all 680 The Fan, baby. Because they're not on TV anymore, so it's not, it's not mine, Well, they're gone now, so,
Braves Vision.
WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. This hour is presented by Atlanta's Safe House.
Coal is set to make a comeback. I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. President Trump just unveiling a $700 million plan that includes support for 13 coal plants, would help restart a plant in Maryland and build 2 new ones in West Virginia and Alaska using the Defense Production Act.
And these are all built with new technology. It's very clean. It's amazing how that's come along. It's all very clean.
Environmental groups disagree.
The Sierra Club in a statement says that the administration that claims to want to make America healthy again should be doing everything in its power to shut down coal plants and limit emissions. Instead, Donald Trump and Lee Zeldin are trying to give away taxpayer-funded payouts to their buddies in the coal industry.
Fox Business's Edward Lawrence at the White House. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin defends rolling back regulations, saying Americans need reliable power sources and that thousands of jobs can be saved. The president also facing more questions on Iran after posting earlier that a war powers vote in the House to end military action was unpatriotic. A vote-a-rama underway in the U.S. Senate as Republicans try to get funding for ICE and Border Patrol over the finish line using a process that only requires a simple majority. Democrats using proposed amendments to make a point on other issues, including a compensation fund to handle claims of political prosecutions recently scrapped by the Justice Department after a judge ruled against it.
Trump's slush fund is anything but beautiful. It's heinous. And it won't die until we permanently ban it by law.
That amendment from Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer was rejected. Other proposals include no federal or private money for the White House ballroom.
Republican leadership are hoping all these amendments fail today so they can advance their almost $70 billion bill to fund ICE and CBP for the next 3 years, since Democrats have refused to fund both agencies through the appropriations process.
Fox's Bill Mallusion on Capitol Hill. New highs on Wall Street. The Dow up 875 at the bell to a record close. America is listening to Fox News.
Life is full of challenges, but you don't have to face them alone. At intouch.org, you'll find powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring hope into your everyday life. Whether you're searching for encouragement, biblical wisdom, or practical guidance, intouch.org is here to help you grow closer to God's promises. Discover truth that speaks to your heart. Visit intouch.org today.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the rest-up bathroom custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
The Platters. This day in 2012, their bass singer and founding member of the American doo-wop group The Platters passed away. He was 83 years old, Herb Reed. The Platters had 4 number ones in the late 50s, The Great Pretender, My Prayer, Twilight Time, and Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. I used to love every one of those songs. Herb Reed credited with coming up with the group's name, The Platters, inspired by disc jockeys who referred to their records as platters, laying down the platters. All right, let's go live at the White House. Donald Trump taking reporters' questions. Once again, live.
What does that do to the reliability of our energy grid, but to the economies as well of states like Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Wyoming? How does it bolster those economies?
Well, we were destroying our grid because we were relying on wind and other things that don't have the power, they don't have the strength, they're very expensive.
He's got a plan to expand coal.
Form of energy. It sounds good, wind, beautiful wind, but it's very intermittent. But those windmills cost a fortune. They break, they kill the birds, they're bad for the environment. Nobody wants to be near them. The houses, I don't know how they got popular. They're not popular with the people. They're popular with investors because they get subsidy. But we pretty much cut that subsidy out, I think, Doug, right?
Absolutely. In the working families tax cut bill, it all expires, and since the subsidies have gone away, there's virtually no one, particularly offshore, no one is trying to build one of those projects in America. Turns out they weren't trying to generate electricity, they're just trying to generate tax credits.
That's right. You're supposed to be making money with energy. And here, wind, it needs subsidy. Energy shouldn't need subsidy. We have so many different forms of energy. But, I've talked about it for years. Wind is the most expensive. It's the worst. It causes tremendous problems. And it does. It kills millions and millions of birds a year. Nobody mentions that. You'd think if that were anything else, everybody would be sued. If you kill a bald eagle, to put you in jail for like 4 years or something, and yet windmills knock them out of the air all the time. Nothing happens. It's disgraceful. So we're into energy that really works and works powerfully. Yes, go ahead.
And we're waiting outside to come into the Oval Office. Everyone's looking at the UFC structure, the claw. Are you happy with how that's coming along, and what are your expectations?
We put it up in 5 days. It's incredible. And I told yesterday the story of the Eiffel Tower, and it was 1889. It was put up. It was going to be brought down right after the World's Fair ended. It was up for a short while. And they said, well, let's leave it a little bit longer. Then they said, let's leave it a little longer. It never came down. That was 1889, the World's Fair in Paris. So I jokingly said, let me tell you a story about the Eiffel Tower. Now, it'll come down after the fight. There were actually some people who said he wants to leave it up.
He's talking about his tower for the birthday.
Statue, Columbus Fountain at Union Station. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
And what does that mean for the relations between Italy and the United States?
It means Italian people love Trump. Because, that was controversial. People want to rip it down. You see how beautiful it is. And we didn't only not rip it down, but Doug and his group and all of us together, we beautified it. It's I didn't know that marble was going to be so beautiful. Once we cleaned it up, you wouldn't believe it. When you saw that thing was loaded for 50 years with filth and graffiti and everything else.
Is he talking about the tidal pool?
It's amazing how good they did a really great job.
On the Strait of Hormuz, Mr. President, do you still want European allies' help? We're discussing energy today. And
we don't need the help.
Allied help.
We're the most powerful military in the world. We gave them a chance to help, but they chose not to. NATO. We went to the NATO countries. We went to others, too, in all fairness to NATO. And I wouldn't say I gave them a hard sell, but I said, hey, if you'd like to help, it'll be wonderful. And they all turned us down. And, it's going to be an expensive proposition for them because they shouldn't have done that. They should have helped. We don't need it. We have our own. We have much more than we need in terms of oil and energy generally. But European countries and other countries, they need it tremendous. Some of the European countries need it really big. And they should have said, we'd love to help. But
if you could choose, Mr. President, if you could choose, what would you ask them to do, sir? If you want.
Well, I would have asked them. I mean, there's not much. Look, we won. There's no Navy. There's no Air Force. We've wiped them out. We've wiped out their leadership and almost all of it. We've wiped out all their military leaders. They're down on the third. Now, maybe they're very good. I don't know. I can't tell you that. But certainly the first ones didn't do very good because they were literally, after 3 days, almost the entire military was wiped out. They had to get new generals. And then after that, they had to get more new generals. And we knocked out their anti-aircraft, their Air Force, just about everything you can knock out. So, and then you'd read in the fake news that they're doing really well in the war. I mean, it's unbelievable. We knocked out everything there is to knock out, and you'd pick up the fake news and they'd say how well they've done. They're doing brilliantly. They have no Air Force. You know, they had exactly, we knew that, 159 ships. Andy, out of 159 ships, all 159 lie beautifully at the bottom of the ocean. We actually took pictures of them down there. And then you read the fake news, they say, well, their Navy is really great. You know what they have now? Little runabouts with a machine gun on the front. The ships don't even really deal with them. They're like a gnat, you know, they get off. That's all they have. It's crazy. You know, this country needs a fair press. And one thing I think that's done is expose how corrupt our media is. And I really do, while we're here, I hope the media looks at this election that's taking place in California, where they think it'll take 7 or 8 days to count the votes. Can you believe this? Sure. I mean, they spend all that money on the machines, the big voting machines. They think it's going to be 7 or 8 days before we know who won the election. But the numbers are looking strange because without any vote counting, the numbers dropped very precipitously for 2 Republicans that are doing well, that had been doing well.
Gee, how unusual.
And I hope you're all watching it because I'm watching it very closely.
Mr. President, are you worried that China is funding an anti-data center movement here?
No, I'm not worried about it. We had a great meeting with China. And, you know, they do things to us and we do things to them. I say it all the time. They say, oh, are you worried about China tapping your phones? I said, well, you know, they're worried about the same thing. No, we're very highly sophisticated. We've become very highly sophisticated. We had 4 years. I rebuilt the military. We had a military that was not good, and we rebuilt it. And I didn't know I'd use it quite as much, but we used it. Ukraine has been given a tremendous amount of our, without our military and our equipment, Ukraine wouldn't be alive to fight today. You know, I mean, just in terms of the question. We gave them hundreds of billions of dollars worth of equipment. And the best equipment, and we make the best equipment anywhere in the world, but they wouldn't have lasted 1 or 2 days. They wouldn't have been able to do it. Remember the anti-tank missiles? Remember that, right? When the tanks got stuck in the mud, and then they went around and boom, 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 and those were given by yours truly. They said Obama gave sheets and Trump gave the anti-tank as one of the most devastating weapons. But you check that out. But we have the greatest military. We have the greatest military equipment anybody's ever seen before. Look at Venezuela. We went in there. It was over after about 48 minutes. And, you know, they have a strong military, different kind of a military, but a lot of soldiers. And you look at Iran, where we essentially wiped out their military. Now, there's some missiles.
Yeah, hey, you know, let's cut off. You know, I'm just thinking, you know, God bless him. I didn't cut him off. Cut him off. God bless him. Again, remember, the previous guy never did anything for anybody ever, for 4 freaking years. Donald Trump does this all the time. However, it's almost at the point where it's just like he's talking with everybody, just having like a podcast where he's just, you know, discussing things. And I mean, which is kind of, I mean, talk about unusual. And God bless him for being live again, showing, you know, answering questions right in front of God and everybody. So, you know, bless his heart for that. All right, now let's play one quick soundbite here before we go to the break there. Just, Jeff, you know, we'll be a little bit late, but this is worth it. If you didn't hear the Marco Rubio thing, you're about to. Marco Rubio grilled over his stinking shoes. Yeah, I pressed Marco Rubio and Donald Trump at the Foreign Affairs Committee, a Democratic congresswoman named Sarah Jacobs from California. said Rubio basically doesn't know what he's talking about, and then she made the ridiculous charge, and he had to answer cut number one, if you will, Jeff, Marco Rubio and his shoes.
Last question for you. Mr. Secretary, who won the 2020 presidential election?
I'm not going to answer the question. We're talking about 2020. This is a Foreign Affairs Committee.
Okay, great. You can't answer the question, even though we all know that
I don't
President
answer the
Biden won.
question because the Secretary of State, I do not participate in domestic
This is
political
not about
issues.
domestic political issues.
Certainly
This is about our democracy.
You're asking me to opine, just like I don't do campaign
It
rallies.
seems like
I don't do because as Secretary of State, we're not supposed to. That's been the long tradition of the department, and you should know that if you've been on this committee for any period of time.
Mr. Secretary, it seems like you have an issue admitting facts. You can't say that the president lost the 2020 election, just like you won't admit President Trump is losing this reckless war of choice, and just like you couldn't admit that the shoes the president bought you were too big. You clearly don't know what winning means, and not because the facts are unclear to you, it's because telling the truth would cost you your job, and the American people are entitled to a Secretary of State who tells them the truth even when the president doesn't want to hear it, and my constituents, our service members, deserve better. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.
I don't know what shoes she's talking about. What is she talking about?
Representative Burchett, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. If you'd like to answer any of that.
Yeah, I don't know about the
I'll
shoes.
give
I mean,
you a
he gave me
minute.
some Florsheim shoes. They're actually pretty good. They fit fine. I don't know what she's talking about, and maybe that's what she's referring to.
Your shoes look very nice today, Mr. Secretary.
How can you see them? They're way down here. We're talking about shoes. Are you guys kidding me? I mean, is this the Foreign Affairs Committee or is this like a circus? What is this?
I think it's a circus, but I appreciate you.
I mean, it's unbelievable. And we're not done. They're more. They can't stop. I mean, the nature of it. Well, you can't admit that their shoes were not the right. I'm like, oh my God, that's the Democrat Party. The modern
making rules that we have to live under.
Oh man, they're asking for it. It's 4:15 already. Kimber P. Flounder's off and Just Jeff, and it's all coming through right here. Look out! Look out!
It's time for the Bortz Report, exclusively on Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station, Extra 106.3.
Though I've been a long-time libertarian, it was always assumed by a lot of people that really I'm a conservative. And as a conservative, I really must be against what they call gay rights, but I wasn't, so it confused people. And I got into some arguments with people on the air, especially when somebody would say that gay people chose their lifestyle. Oh, really? I would say. Then I'd ask them, why don't you tell me the time that you chose to be straight back in your pre-pubescent times when you started feeling those urges and you sat down and said, well, now I guess I have to choose. Am I going to be gay or straight? Tell me about that choice. Tell me about your thought process. Oh, that made people crazy. But over time, homosexuality came to be supported and appreciated in this country, even gay marriage among many people. That's ending now. We have a Gallup poll. American support for LGBTQ issues is starting to slide backwards. Maybe it's just that. People are sick to death of this LGBTQ MMLSMFT nonsense. Kiss who you want to kiss and stop making a big deal out of it. Gallup says that acceptance of gay and lesbian relationships going down, now at the lowest point since 2016. May I offer what I see as a reason? Hey, gays, lesbians, you done pushed it too far. Americans can accept your sexual preferences, but, dare I put it this way, stop trying to shove this down other people's throats. Why is it so damned important that you have drag queens reading storybooks to government school children? And all of these initials, these letters, Two-Spirit, what the hell does that mean? You pushed it too far, and people are starting to react negatively. Maybe it's time to backtrack. Be what you are. Don't have parades. We don't need a gay pride month. Just be what you are and let other people be what they are, and don't make a big deal out of it, please. Then the ratings might start to improve. Neil Bortz, Extra 106.3.
Well, another example of things you want to keep in your safe from Atlanta Safe House, like I lost my little keychain thing. And, of course, I have an extra house key, safe and sound, thanks to Atlanta Safe House. But I don't have an extra mailbox key because they don't give you two. So I'm going to go get another one. If I can't find them, I'll have to get a mailbox. But again, keeping stuff like that is silly. Like when I lost my wallet for a while, and I thought, and then I realized I've got stuff I probably mostly need to call and numbers and stuff in a safe from Atlanta Safe House. Not just for guns, although that's obviously a great reason, with a family and so forth, and to protect from burglars and whatever. Atlanta Safe House has like 500 of them right now. Their new location, Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And they have literally 500 of them, and big ones and teeny ones and monster ones and bows and arrow safes and jewelry's drawers and secret compartments and anything, designed inside any way you need it. I mean, there's always something special, whatever you're looking for, even if you don't know yourself. Check it out on the web because they're all kinds of, with this number, my first one was a Browning. They have Fort Knox, special safes like crazy. And because they have so many of them, there are sales and deals and specials all the time. They got the safe you may not even know you're looking for. AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
Hey, what's up? It's Drake Baldwin here to talk about my personal Rookie of the Year, Superior Plumbing. They say you can't be Rookie of the Year more than once, but Superior has been proving themselves for over 40 years as the GOAT of plumbing. Whenever I need a leak repaired, toilet replaced, or water heater, I call Superior Plumbing, and you should too. They handle each job with care and honesty. For Superior, there's no job too small.
For Superior, the honest one, call 770-422 Plum.
You should never need financing for a simple garage door repair, but it's happening here. Out-of-town companies have invaded Atlanta for a cash grab, charging outrageous prices. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Stay local and stay on budget for every opening of your home. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 Seasons Garages.
I'm so sick of all these cheesy lawyer billboards. You might be too. If you're injured in a car crash, you don't hire a lawyer because they're sweet or strong or the biggest. You hire a lawyer who's recognized by their peers as one of the top lawyers in the state. You hire a lawyer who's going to listen to you, fight for you, and has the case results to prove it. That lawyer is me, Bruce Hagan, the people's lawyer. I've been proudly selected by my fellow lawyers as one of the top 100 lawyers in the state for 21 consecutive years as Georgia's super lawyer. Hagan-law.com, Hagan-law.com.
Stovall & Company Wholesale Landscape Supply has been family owned and operated for more than 75 years, and we treat you like family too.
Check us out at StovallInc.com or stop by our new store in Canton, Georgia and see what we have to offer.
At Stovall, we supply all your landscape project needs.
Completely hassle-free, all the way down to the delivery.
Have you been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs.
We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
All right, here we go. Kimmer paid Flounders off. Just Jeff in the house. And Crowded House, on this day, 1996, announced they split up. It's a band famous and critical success in Australia and New Zealand, 80s and 90s. Crowded House broke up in 96. They had success with their hits in America, Don't Dream It's Over, and Something So Strong. I've never heard of the group. I'm not a 90s guy, that's for sure, but just right. And by the way, let's go back real quick to Donald Trump, because he's been having fun with Ducey. So, talking about Biden.
Missiles left. That means they would pinpoint you and just keep lobbing them in until one gets through, and people would have gotten killed. So I didn't like it. We could get it right now. I don't think they could stop us if we wanted, but there's no reason to. It's entombed. You use a good word. It's entombed. We also have cameras on it through Space Force. We have
I'm not sure
very powerful cameras. Every door, there's a door. You know where the doors go? They go to bad places. But every single place on those mountains is basically three. Because we also hit it with tomahawks after. After that we hit it with tomahawk. Every inch of that land has cameras on it. We have about 9 of them, and they're on, and we cover it. So if anybody even got near it, we would know what we had to do.
And we've heard you want to meet with the new Ayatollah, the new supreme leader.
I don't want to meet, but if I did meet, I'd be honored to meet him. I'd like to see if we make a deal. But if we make a deal, it's possible that I would meet him. I'd be okay with that.
Would that happen here in the U.S.? White House?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really heard too much about it. I didn't suggest it, but some people have suggested it. If it happened, it would be happen. I'd be respectful.
All right, that's fine. We can cut off. I don't want to. Again, I mean, it's remarkable. I haven't, and again, I don't want to be, the congressional official video camera into the White House, but still, I mean, it's amazing that he just opens up and does his job live. Fantastic. Quick birthday list here. Parker Stevenson. If you're an old timer like me, you know the guy's 74 years old. Parker Stevenson was on the Hardy Boys, also Baywatch, and he's one of the kings of the TV series. He was in North, South, and a bunch of things. Parker Stevenson, 74 today. He was married to Kirstie Alley for a while, just for the record, the Cheers girl, among others. And we'll do the history thing later. All right, 423. Back, one more Marco Rubio thing. Again, he was taken to task about the pair of shoes, the Florsheim's that Donald Trump gave him, that this idiot snake, California girl liberal Sarah Jacobs, congressman woman, claimed that he couldn't admit the shoes were too big, like he can't admit that we're losing the war in Iran. Again, these people, they know that's not true. They know that's not true, but they keep saying, the personal did his own war for his own glory, Donald Trump war in Iran business, and they're just doing it because of Trump derangement syndrome. All right, one more Rubio thing. They also tried to get him to say two things. The liberals have been saying two things. One, that Donald Trump is sick, that he's in bad shape, something bad's happening. He had to go back to the hospital for a checkup, and they want to know why. And even though he came out perfect, he said, you said this is an example. And then they say, have you noticed Trump lately? He sleeps all the time. He's always tired. He sleeps at meetings. He's doing it. Well, anyway, here's cut number 2. Marco Rubio saying, now hold him on, you freaking idiot. Number 2.
Sleeping right next to you.
No, he's not.
If Donald Trump cannot stay awake at these important meetings where the cameras are rolling, imagine what he's like when the cameras are not there. So I'm going to ask you, have you been at classified meetings where Donald Trump has fallen asleep or had trouble staying awake?
I've never been at any meeting where, and the things you're showing me now, he was not falling asleep. And I think
so. You're lying again. You're lying consistently.
Call him a liar.
Asking questions about sleep.
You're lying to Congress, Secretary Rubio. So I'm going to show you another video in a moment.
I'd have hit him in the face.
Other than to tell you that it's absurd and ridiculous, and I can't believe we're in a Foreign Affairs Committee meeting in front of the House at an important time in American foreign policy.
Just keep lying, Secretary Rubio. Just keep lying.
Supposedly someone who thinks he's a medical expert when he's not. The truth of the matter is we had a cognitively impaired president in office a few years ago. That's a cognitively impaired president, but I don't like to talk about that because it weakens America. This president we have, this is a guy that literally doesn't sleep. He works day and night, long hours, every single day. I don't know if you haven't seen him in 8 days. I saw him yesterday. I didn't see him yesterday because I was in Congress the day before. I talked to him at all hours of the day and night. He works inhumane hours. Okay, I've been on foreign trips with the president that he doesn't sleep in the whole flight, and everyone else is sleeping on the plane, and he's wandering the hallways looking for someone to wake up and talk to. That people are. So I don't know what you're referring to, but he has an incredible amount of energy. I'm just telling you, you may not like his policies. You may not like his policies. You may not like the decisions he's made, but I assure you, this is not a president that sleeps or is cognitively impaired in any way, shape, or form, and in fact is incredibly active, much more so in many cases than much younger people that are around him. Those are facts. I see it every day. You're not going to agree because you have another narrative that you want to push, but those are the facts.
Yeah, and again, he called Marco Rubio a liar like 15 times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unbelievable. Lying about Donald Trump being so sick that he falls asleep at meetings. Where did that's worse than Russian collusion. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Haven't they seen Donald Trump all these meetings and making phone calls at 2 a.m? Half of his staff are saying, "Leave me alone. I'm trying to get some sleep here."
They don't care about the truth.
God.
They don't care about the truth. They just put this out there, hoping it sticks.
Oh, smoke. Let's have some more political fun here, too. Cut number 4 coming up here, just Jeff. Scott Bessent found himself on the defensive at a budget hearing with Senator Ron Wyden from Oregon. Have you ever seen? If you've seen his face, you recognize him. He is a pile of pus. He's a vicious, dirty liar. He's a black-hearted snake. I mean, he's one of these smarmy little bastards like, I can't remember his name now. Schifrin or somebody had cancer. Not Schifrin, but it's something like that. It's Weasley little slime bag. Anyway, this guy Wyden, the slime bag from Oregon, was talking to Scott Bessent, and he laid accusations that the Trump administration's corrupt dealings, and he said Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was involved with corrupt dealings, and then Scott Bessent said, oh, really? Well, let's mention something about your son and somebody famous, congressman, senator, if you don't mind. Here's cut number 4, Scott Bessent.
In terms of the economy, Senator Wyden has mendaciously slandered the Treasury building in an attempt to cover up his son having an investment meeting with Jeffrey Epstein to ask for funding.
Let's be clear here. Nobody is interested in the ramblings of a capo in the most corrupt regime in American history. We want to get some facts about this deal. That's what we're here for.
That's right. And we would like to hear what Adam Wyden and Jeffrey Epstein talked about. Your son's largest investment position was Rick's Cabaret. So did your son and Jeffrey Epstein talk about pole dancing as he begged him for money using your limited credibility?
Scott Bessent. I mean, again, but these people started by just making these horrible accusations, and then they have to answer them. I mean, it's the old trick, Your Honor, have you stopped beating your wife? And then they have to respond to these ridiculous. I mean, it's just astounding. But that's all they have. I mean, that's all. Another meeting. This was a budget hearing. Budget hearing, my ass. They don't care about a budget hearing. They wanted to go on and blast the Trump administration, period. Yep. I mean, these hearings are a joke. They mean nothing. There's no conclusion. Nothing's going to happen. They're going to be fighting for legislation, period. And these hearings are just a chance for the Democrats to only happen so they can start pissing and moaning. I mean, it's really un-American. I mean, it's really disgraceful.
I think that's what Congress has done since day one, which makes it pretty much useless.
It's become. I've never felt that way really until these kind of modern times, like 8-10 years.
Because we know about it. Back in the 1800s, They went behind closed doors. We didn't have a clue. They beat each other to death there on the floor of the House.
Yeah, they were throwing chicken bones at each other. Yeah, but again, even in the 70s, I don't remember the same. Well,
Davy Crockett quit because he couldn't take it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, all right, so coming up on 4:30, everybody. Holy cow. All right, the Camera Pete Fun. We have tweets. We have Flounder's Funnies. And we have, Pentagon has just gotten rid of 180 religions. Really? Well, for good reason. Coming up, Camera Pete, Flounder, and Just Jeff here on 106.3. How you doing? Look at that.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Bortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
Hey, this is John Flading from ATL Turfco. We're a family-owned and operated independent local company here in the Atlanta area. We've been in business for over 15 years. We install several different types of artificial grass. One is landscape, which looks like real grass for your lawn. The next one is pet turf. Pet turf is a little bit shorter than landscape and it's more durable. And the other one is putting greens. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
In December 1947, a meeting in Daytona Beach changed racing forever. From street-driven stock cars, NASCAR was born. An exciting exhibit from stock cars to race cars showcases 7 generations of NASCAR. Cars raced by Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and more. On display June 2nd through September 27th only at Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville. Get tickets online at savoymuseum.org.
I know there are plenty of HVAC companies out there, but here's why Central Heating and Air Conditioning stands out. These days, it's hard to tell who's on first. Companies are changing hands, showing up with new names. You may not even realize it's not the same team anymore. But Central, they've never left the field. They've been your hometown team since 1947, and that kind of consistency matters, especially when you're trusting someone with your home. Central's team knows HVAC inside and out, delivering dependable service, personalized solutions, and showing up when it counts. No surprises, no switching jerseys, just the same trusted team Atlanta has relied on for generations. When it comes to HVAC, that's a grand slam. Carrier products, carrier warranty, and carrier peace of mind. Call 770-GET-HEAT or visit centralheat.com. That's 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Georgia Tech baseball is coming off back-to-back ACC regular season championships, and you don't want to miss what's coming to the Flats next year for ACC Coach of the Year James Ramsey and the Yellow Jackets. Back pick over to first. It's in time. Vaughn Lackey does it again. Secure your spot today at McNeese Baseball Park in Rush Chandler Stadium for the 2027 season by placing a season ticket deposit at ramblinrec.com/tickets. Sting 'em.
Hey, it's Front Office Los with Tom, the honest car guy. Let's talk about the new way to buy a car in 2026. Tell me how you can save clients thousands of dollars in this process.
I got a customer here, Jeff Everhart. I met him today first time because I delivered his 25 model Honda Pilot, fully loaded with only 16,000 miles on it. Jeff, answer Los's question about that one.
It was actually shocking. I mean, you hear the advertisements, you want to believe it, and then when you go through with the sale, and there's no extras, there's no dock fees, there's no storage fees, no transportation fees. The price I was given was the price that I paid plus their honest fee. I did save thousands of dollars, and it was a very quick sale.
Well, we appreciate that.
And did it from my living room.
Did it from your living room.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Hey there, it's Tara, owner and publisher of Our Town Monthly, where you'll find local voices, familiar faces, and community businesses like Whole Body Systems. And I've actually had many of you ask me about it, so I became a client.
Hi there, I'm Kim, Studio Director of Whole Body Systems in Smyrna. We are thrilled to partner with Tara and give you the inside look at how we help you age powerfully. We understand you don't need another crash diet, you need strength that lasts. We specialize in women and men who feel intimidated or overlooked by traditional gyms. Strength training is especially critical in women during perimenopause and beyond. Things that used to work just aren't anymore. Doesn't mean your body's broken, you just need a new strategy. Everyone is welcome. The process is personalized for everyone.
Friends, I invite all of you to follow my journey in Our Town. Better yet, you should book a free consultation. And remember, Our Town is your town at Our Town Monthly.
Well, now you hear the stupid whistle, and we're going to have to do it for me. I'm going to get the morning show for program director guy. They have their own program director. I'm going to get him in here and stop this counting story thing. I got stuff I'm feeding stories, and then you have to count them or something. Huh?
14 times you woke Jeff up this
stuff
morning.
to do. It's 5:30. Somebody's got to get up. Well, I was up anyway. You know what the hell? Why should I be alone?
Was it worth Jeff's time?
Yeah, absolutely. Almost.
You've only done 5.
Well, I've got a long way to go. I got them all, though.
I want to hear about the albino buffalo.
The albino buffalo and the eating worm, the flesh-eating worm.
So Winston Churchill.
That's coming up with a sound. We have an audio daily history note, and we have a musical birthday note, if you will. Just Jeff here on the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder and Jeff show. Our birthday Monday includes Michelle Phillips, 82 years old today. Wow. I don't know why I didn't think about that. It's from the 60s, 60 years ago. I mean, that's really, and I guess, people still hear these songs, right? I mean, it's still in the radio. Yeah. Michelle Phillips, 82, Mamas and the Papas, Monday, California Dreamin'. I mean, how many, And by the way, you know what? I wondered just a minute ago. I wondered about this. I should have looked it up. I didn't think about it. Where the hell did they come up with the name Mamas and Papas?
Because they were Mamas and Papas.
Yeah, but I mean, what's a rock and roll name in the 60s? Mamas and the Papas?
Because they called each other Mama.
Mama and Papa, I guess. I don't know. It just seemed kind of, when they have when you have the same time you have the strawberry alarm clock, stuff like that, kind of weird names for rock and roll groups. Mamas and the Papa just seemed a little bland anyway.
In fact, they've got a song And the number one show on Amazon right now, The Spider Noir, they took a song from the 60s and put it back in the 1930s, and it works.
Really?
Dream a Little Dream of Me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Mama Cass. That was her solo. Beautiful song, too. Huh, I'll be damned. Well, your little mamas and papas.
Well, by the way, that song is from 1930, but I didn't realize that. They did it in 1968, but it was first written, copyrighted in 1930.
Wow. I'll be damned. I had no idea. It wouldn't seem like a big band era song, does it?
Yeah. Well, guess who first recorded it?
Sinatra or somebody who?
Ozzie Nelson.
Oh, my God. Ozzie and Harriet Nelson? Oh, I'd forgotten that he was this. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Oh, I'm having the greatest memories. No family in America missed Ozzie and Harriet. I mean, we all get around that black and white TV. Somebody had to hold the rabbit ear antenna, and stuff. Oh, man. What a time. Anyway,
well, you would like this Spider-Naut series because the girl who sings it this time is Lee Jun Lee, who is an Asian actress who can sing, and you would like.
I like her already. Yeah, I like her already. And on this day in history, a quick historical note. And by the way, I have a musical. I'm not a musical. We have an audio history note coming up here in a little bit. On this day in 1938, American soldiers had gone to war in 1917. Several women from the Salvation Army followed them to France. The Salvation Army ladies wanted to create a home away from home. So these Salvation Army volunteers darned socks, they mended uniforms, and they created the brand new donut from scratch. That was 1917. Years later, the first National Donut Day was celebrated in Chicago as a way to raise money for the needy. And now National Donut Day is celebrated on the first Friday of June and is used more or less as a reason for people to snag a free donut at some local bakery. But it was officially the first National Donut Day on this day in 1938. So there. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. More politics here in a second. In fact, here, check this out. I guess this makes sense. The headline's kind of funny. The Pentagon drops 180 faiths from the military's recognized list of religions. They got rid of 180? I didn't know there were 180. Well, anyway, the War Department's officially taken away 180 faiths from the list of recognized religions because of a change announced by Pete Hegseth. The Chaplain Corps originally recognized more than 200 religious faiths which service members could claim affiliation with. Now that number's 31. From more than 200 to 31. The memo will streamline the collection of religious preferences for service members to enhance the targeted religious support. It will provide chaplains with clear, readily available information to better enable them to anticipate religious support needs and be able to support the activities that will help them. So the list obviously includes agnostics, Buddhists, Hindus, Islam, Judaism, Sikhs, and a wide range of the Christians, Baptists, Catholics, Lutherans, Methodists, and so forth like that. But they even have agnostics. Now I forgot. Pete Davis has, both of us are ordained ministers. And I get these confused because now which one is it? Agnostics that believe that God created everything and then said screw it and left and turned his back?
Think agnostics, they kind of believe in a God, but they don't exactly what he is.
Yeah, and they're not sure that he really did much to hang on to look at it. He just sort of did something, and then I may got part of that wrong. Jeff, you're not. Do you know about the agnostic stuff here?
I think agnostics believe in a concept of God, believe there is a God, but just don't really.
But he's not really like doing stuff or ran things.
They don't want to get that involved with it.
Really,
the atheist would believe that there isn't a God.
Yeah, but there's it's agnostics, and there's one more. I thought it was agnostics that believed that God created what he's doing, and then he just left. He just turned his back and isn't part of the. Yeah. Well, that may be. And by the way, Pete Davis, you mentioned something the other day off the air. Might have been off the air. I think it was off the air when we were talking. Just it was when we were doing the game. We were doing the game. By the way, we should do games much more often. That was a lot of fun. So Pete Davis had a game, and it was a tough game, and we both remarked that Just Jeff was knowing all the answers.
Yeah.
And then at one point, he all of a sudden disappeared from knowing all the answers. And tell the little people what you were thinking.
because you said, the camera doesn't like the trend that's going on here. I'm losing. So I think, my theory is Jeff threw the second half.
I believe he threw the second half of the quiz because he didn't want to make me feel bad because I was acting like an idiot and I didn't know anything. I was guessing, and he knows it all. And now with his business, he's just kind of defining agnostics, and he knows all this stuff. He knows all this stuff. He's been faking. He's been tricking us the whole time. He's like a freaking encyclopedia or something.
Sandbagging us.
Yeah, sandbagger. He's freaking faking that he doesn't know. He's just kind of going along with a flow here.
Pete, you get to go back to the mountains and be remote for the rest of the week. I got to stay here with this guy all by myself in the studio with him.
There you go.
Of course I got it.
True.
So,
Very funny. Anyway. But I'm kind of surprised he put agnostics. Well, why you can be an agnostic. I don't know. I mean, I don't. And again, it's kind of funny because I just this year, for some reason, I started. I have when I get a little emotional. When you go in the military, they give you 2 dog tags. They give you a pair of dog tags. And one is so that if you get killed or wounded, one stays on the body, one goes to official things or home or whatever. And when you're in the service, if you're in the wartime, we tape them together so they don't jingle, and 2, they don't reflect any light, moonlight or sunlight, because either way, you're a target if they do that. And this year, for some reason I got mine almost exactly this day, not quite this day, 60 years ago. It was 60 years ago when I enlisted in the Marines, went to Parris Island, and I got my dog tags. And this year, for some reason, I decided to give them to my kids. And so my daughter Jennifer had a birthday in April, and I sent her 1 dog tag. And Sarah's coming up next month, and I'm going to send her the other one. And I was listening to stuff on the dog tag, and the dog tag lists your name, your service affiliation, what branch of the military, your service number, your religious affiliation, and your blood type. And the religious affiliation is stamped on the dog tag, and you don't have to have one, but I guess. And I would just when I saw the list of which they're allowing on the religious thing, I just thought it might be kind of funny to have agnostic. I wonder if they have. I assume they don't do devil worshiper or goat. Who are the ones who do the colander with a cabbage strainer colander on their head or something?
Flying spaghetti monster ones,
something like that. Yeah. Anyway, so all right, phone call. It's Mr. Phone. Hi, who's on Mr. Phone? Who's this?
We've got Clayton on, who's got the official definition of agnostic.
Oh my God, Clayton, welcome aboard, man. I appreciate the help here. What's up? What do you got?
Hey, Kimmer. The word agnostic is Greek for without knowledge. A means without, like asexual or apolitical.
Yeah.
So agnostic. Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
So it just means I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Oh, and hey, while I got you, the other thing too I was going to mention to you is that you keep calling that guy the Maryland man, but actually the phrase they were using was Maryland dad.
Oh, that. Well, actually, you're right. I remember them saying more, this Maryland man, but then you're right. There was a Maryland father, Maryland man. Yeah. I mean, isn't it? I mean, it's just freaking appalling. How in the world could someone in their right mind who had any sense of decency about him try to sweep everything under the rug as this poor guy was just a guy who had a dad in Maryland? I mean, it's just, un-American. It's vicious. Anyway, thanks, Clayton. I appreciate it. It's 4:45. Okay. Is everything good? Beautiful day, sunny. 80-something. It's all going to be good. So, Kimmer, Pete, Flounder's off, and Jeff is here. All right, stand by. Pete Davis coming up with sports a little bit there. Look out.
The Morning Extra, Neil Bortz, and The Kimmer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
Hey Braves fans, Tom Glavine, and when my ride needs a wash, I head straight to Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Their friendly team and industry-leading technology give my car the ultimate shine every time. Experience an elite clean you can count on at Tidal Wave Auto Spa, the official car wash of the Atlanta Braves and my go-to car wash destination.
My car is happy. I am happy. Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
Oh no! What is that sound?
It's our
rejection detection system. It's showing that several men across Georgia are being denied intimacy by their partners due to ED.
How can this be?
Well, it's more common than you think. As men age, their bodies change. And unfortunately, once they get over 50, some things don't work like they used to.
So what do we do?
There's only one thing to do. We need to get them to Dr. Eric Deal at Total Body Therapy of Georgia. He can fix ED problems.
But how?
At Total Body Therapy of Georgia, they are experts in the P-shot, testosterone replacement, regenerative therapy, and Trimex to create an erection and more.
Hi, this is Dr. Eric Deal from Total Body Therapy of Georgia. Did you know that 50% of men over 50 struggle with some form of ED? Guys, it won't get better on its own. When it's not hard, it's really hard. But I can help you today. Call us at Total Body Therapy of Georgia at 404-777-1911 or learn more about us online at tbtofga.com.
America! Shuck, yeah! Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the U.S. of A. at Shuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Did you know that over 70% of all Porsche vehicles ever built are still on the road today? Hello, I'm Mark Venti, Executive Director for Hennessy Porsche, and I'm here to talk to you about Porsche Certified Pre-Owned, a designation that is not easily earned. Every Porsche CPO vehicle undergoes a meticulous preparation process to ensure it's worthy of the Porsche name. Factory-trained technicians perform a comprehensive 111-point mechanical, cosmetic, and visual inspection while using only original Porsche parts. These rigorous standards guarantee a vehicle that delivers the exceptional quality and performance you expect. With a Porsche CPO vehicle, you'll enjoy worry-free driving pleasure. Find your dream Porsche online at HennessyPorsche.com, or better yet, visit us in Roswell to explore our exceptional inventory in person. We recognize that Porsche owners are some of the greatest automotive enthusiasts and experts in the world who demand the very best. This is what ignites our passion to perform for you. Hennessy Porsche, where you will always experience excellence.
I'm Patrick Brown, former Army Ranger in the United States Army. Like many service members, I had to make difficult choices when leaving the military, and the most challenging thing was finding purpose in a new phase of life. Housing, employment, education, way too many decisions and no idea where to start. That was until I met the Warrior Alliance. They made it simple. They listened and quickly connected me to the services I needed. And like a trusted friend, they even followed up to make sure I was squared away. Change a veteran's life today by donating at thewarrioralliance.org, helping warriors navigate to success after service.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Here we go. Now, Pete Dave, Just Jeff, I'm not sure. I don't know about your musical history. I think we're going to find out that you know a lot more than you would ever let on. But I know Pete Davis knows about some of this stuff. If Flounder were here, he would be able to chip in too. But I have a question about this business from 1976. On this day, on that date, it's been called the gig that changed the world. We'll get to that in a second. Kurt Cobain, 1993, was arrested after police were summoned by Courtney Love after a volatile domestic dispute at their home in Seattle. Police were concerned in 1993 on this day that Nirvana's guitarist's collection of firearms might be an issue. Kurt Cobain was arrested, held in jail for 3 hours, and then released on bail. But because the disagreement only involved verbal and pushing exchanges, Courtney Love denied being assaulted officially, so they dropped any charges. No charges officially filed because he didn't hit her in the face or something, apparently. What a standard, yeah. But now, Pete Davis, what he meant by that was
the woman's not attractive.
Yeah, she's not. No, I'm thinking. Well, she
She's a
just
nice rat, but she was not
skank.
attractive.
You know, just yucky. Our birthday list. Speaking of yucky, our birthday list includes Russell Brand, 51. Now, he's a British comedian, and I mean, he's famous for a lot of things that I really don't know. I know the name, but I don't know anything about him.
He's non-woke. Basically, I just said that twice.
Very
He's come
controversial.
out with very centrist, if not right, views that did not make him popular in his circles.
Yeah. And in fact, he had a problem when he got married to Katy Perry.
Yeah.
They got married. Russell Brand, 51 today. They got married, Katy Perry and Russell Brand, and he could not handle, at the time they say, her incredible worldwide success when they got married, and the stress on their relationship because of her going things, him doing things, and it was one of these worldwide split entertainment celebrity type things, and he just couldn't take the pressure. He couldn't take the her being the number one deal, and so Russell Brand, after 14 months of marriage, told Katy Perry he was divorcing her by text. That's how he told her he was breaking up.
That sounds like a press release from the Katy Perry camp.
It might be, but that's what it said. I looked at it. I Googled it.
Yeah.
And that's what it said. Now, again, I'm just reporting what I read on some history note here. Oh, hold on, Mr. Phone. Mr. Phone is ringing. Hello, Mr. Phone. What do you got? I got a caller on the line here.
We got Adam.
Adam here on. Hey, Adam, how you doing, sir?
Up and Adam.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Semper Fi. Yeah. So going back to the religion. So a lot of the founders were actually deists, and even though Thomas Jefferson he was a practicing Christian. Did you know that he took the New Testament and basically cut out all the miracles that Jesus did, and he actually created his own Bible?
I did not know that. I think I was thinking of deist. Isn't deist the one? Is that the deist that believes that God did and then he took off?
Correct. Yeah.
That's
they
what
believe
it
in
was.
a creator, but not.
Yeah.
They don't believe in the Trinity.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know Jefferson made his own deal on it. I didn't. Wow, that's kind of interesting. I know. Didn't Thomas Jefferson invent the clock, the pendulum clock in the White House or something? Huh?
That was Ben Franklin.
Oh, it's Ben Franklin. I thought it was Jefferson invented it. Somebody invented the big clock. Anyway, see, the freaking Jeff knows. He's your trivia guy. You need to get him up to the mountains of Macon.
Yeah.
I think we've unveiled the whole thing.
We're playing tonight. If you can get up here in time.
Well, you might have to leave early. I can't run the board. I could probably fake it. You know what? Hell, you know what we can do? You can just leave the mic on, and just go leave the mic on, leave the room, and I just won't talk during stuff that has to play on the computer, and then I'll come back on my own. It'll work. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, like I was saying, on this day in history, it's kind of weird. 1976, it's the gig that changed the world. Did I do a birthday?
Yeah, wait, by the way, you just made our boss, Scott, turn around in his car and start driving back.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I like my job. I'm staying here.
Oh, he left before 3. I left after 3. I can't believe it. I'm kind of surprised he hasn't been home for a couple hours. Anyway, well, they have that. It's me. He doesn't really have that much to do with it. They got their own. They got the guy for the 680 guy does the morning show, and that's all they need. And so Scott comes in here like 10:15, and he knows when I start at 3, it's over. They doesn't have to. He has to go. Answer the complaints from Mr. Dickey. I understand the fact that he's told Mr. Dickey if I don't snap out of it, Mr. Dickey's going to make me start mowing his lawn again. Anyway, now as I was saying, 1976, the gig that changed the world. The Sex Pistols appear at the Free Trade Hall in Manchester, England. They had played together under that name for 6 or 7 months. They had the look and sound and the nihilistic attitude already in place of the British punk scene, still months away from this day in 1976. They had a little bit of attention in the British press, Sex Pistols. A couple of guys from Manchester named Howard Devoto and Pete Shelley went down to see them play in London. These guys arranged for the Sex Pistols to come north and play the Trade Hall. Then they formed their own band. Anyway, they had a gig in Manchester on this day, spread by word of mouth. The show would hold hundreds and hundreds of people. Maybe 35 or 40 showed up. But some names in that crowd would shape the course of music. The Ian Curtis, Bernard Sumner, and Peter Hook. They would buy the first guitar, and 3 young Mancurians would become a band. That band would be called the Stiff Kittens, and later Warsaw, and then Joy Division. One of the best-known, most influential of all early new wave bands. Mark E. Smith, following the Sex Pistols gig, started The Fall, a punk band, that never had a true hit, but influenced generations of followers from Nirvana to Ferdinand. Morrissey made a name for himself, one of the most successful leaders of the Smiths. Tony Wilson, Manchester news presenter, started the record label Factory Records here at Manchester scene. Let's see, they had opening at The Clash, The Damned, and they officially, the punk rock kind of unofficially opened in July of 1976 after the Sex Pistols had like 35 people at their concert, and the word got out, and boom. Anyway, I don't know much about. I don't know anything about them other than when they get in the. Aren't they the ones who made the Queen all unhappy?
Sex Pistols got on the barge and went outside the House of Parliament and blasted God Save the Queen in a fascist regime.
And now Flounder's funny, right?
A little bit about me, born and raised in L.A. Who else? We're the natives. We're my Angelinos. Oh, a lot of you. Okay. I don't know. I might be the most L.A. person you'll ever meet. My mom's an actress. My dad's a yoga teacher. And I love cocaine. Okay.
Wow.
That's all true.
Well, that's not good.
My dad is a yoga teacher. He's also a massage therapist. I got a massage from him the other day.
Uh-oh.
Is that weird?
Yes. Yes, it is.
A little bit?
Yeah.
All right.
Real.
Hey, did you guys know when your dad's a massage therapist, a happy ending is when he says he's proud of you? Did you guys know
that? Oh, my God. Okie dokie.
Haven't gotten one yet, but I'll bet it feels amazing. You know what I mean? What a release. My parents are like polar opposites. My dad's a minimalist and my mom's a hoarder, which makes them super divorced. She got everything and he was fine with it. That's how that worked out. Including me. My mom got me. She raised me by herself. My dad left when I was a kid because, as I mentioned, he's a minimalist. Didn't even need a son. Crazy. I know.
Oh, ow. Hence the cocaine.
Recondoed his family. It's wild. It was the drugs, though. My dad, after the divorce, he got really addicted to drugs, especially crack. That was his favorite. Loved his crack. And he used to make his own crack, too. And I got lunch with him the other day, and I was asking him, I was like, hey, do you remember how to make crack? Like, if you had to do it, could you do it? And he was like, oh, yeah, I've done it so many times. You take pure cocaine, water, and baking soda, mix it into a paste. You cook the paste down into a rock. You put the rock in a crack pipe, and you smoke it. And, yeah, that's the only thing he's ever taught me.
Who's that, Jeff?
Sam Hamrin.
Oh, mercy. Coming up on 5 o'clock, Holy Crap at Sports standing by. We got more tweets. We got another Flounder's Funny. We got your calls. Donald Trump, we're going to talk about the war. We got it all standing by. Kim or Pete, Flounder's off. Just Jeff in the house. 106.3 Lookout. Thursday time.
The Morning Extra. Every weekday morning from 6 to 10 on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta. A Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
A presidential prediction. Lisa Brady, Fox News, made a short time ago in the Oval Office as President Trump faced another round of questions about ending the conflict with Iran.
I think we're doing very well, but we're going to see if we're going to win one way or the other. We're going to win on paper, or we're going to win military. One way or the other. It's going to be militarily or on paper.
The president repeating that he will not let Iran have a nuclear weapon. He posted earlier that last night's war powers vote in the House aimed at ending military action was meaningless and unpatriotic as efforts to negotiate continue. Ukraine's President Zelensky calling for face-to-face talks with Russia's leader in an open letter to President Putin, also criticizing his more than 26 years in power and warning that history will remember the war as a personal choice by Putin without a real cause. President Trump just telling reporters,
I think it would be great if they met. They should get it done.
adding that compromises are needed. President Zelensky is proposing to meet with Putin in a neutral third country. President Trump taking questions after announcing he'll use the Defense Production Act for a $700 million plan to help keep existing coal plants operational, restart one plant, and build 2 new ones.
We wouldn't have the buildings, the factories, the industry, the electricity grid we have today without the critical contribution of coal. It's been the largest source of global electricity for 125 years in a row.
Energy Secretary Chris Wright says reliable energy sources help save lives and jobs. The Sierra Club accuses the administration of rewarding polluters and jeopardizing public health. The homicide convictions of 2 paramedics are tossed out in Colorado over jury instructions, so both will get a new trial. Those paramedics had been convicted in the ketamine overdose death of Elijah McClain after he was pinned down by police. America is listening to Fox News.
Feeling uncertain by life's challenges? Discover timeless truth and encouragement with In Touch Ministries, guiding you every step of the way. At intouch.org, you'll discover encouragement that lasts. With powerful sermons from Dr. Charles Stanley, daily devotionals, and resources designed to strengthen your faith, you'll find hope and wisdom for every season of your life. Don't wait. Visit intouch.org today and let God's Word inspire your journey. That's intouch.org.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog target. Road guards out. Oh my God. You know who just walked in the door? Scott. Because I threatened to do the show by myself and tell Just Jeff to go meet Pete for trivia night, and I'll take the rest of it on my own. I swear to God, he just walked back in the door. See, he's a little more cagey than we might have thought after the way. Anyway, hold on. Everything is it's 106.3. How you doing? And by the way, I keep forgetting about the Braves Vision. Is 1254 on Comcast. Which is fine, but anyway, so that's good. And they have another game tonight, and this is they won. Did they win last night too? They won both games.
Go for the sweep.
Yeah, go for the sweep again. In fact, I think we're still the only baseball team in the majors that has won every series.
No.
I think no.
They lost in Seattle. They lost a series in Seattle.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, in Seattle, I don't count Seattle. It's not actual. I don't count Seattle. I don't even think about. I never ever think about that. Even have a baseball team in Seattle after Griffey.
It's a foreign country,
yeah.
So why?
Well,
would
pretty
we
much.
care?
Yeah, no communist area. Anyway, Kim Repeat, Flounders off, and Just Jeff. Holy Crap at Sports coming up. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. If you'd like to join us, I got a lot of newsies to cover. Oh, guess what I saw last night on. I have no sound. Again, Comcast, once again, didn't show up today. So this will be day 3 with no... there's no sound on my TV. They're supposed to bring a new box, and they can't do it for another day. So it's going to be like 4 days I can't hear what's going on my TV for $350 a month from Comcast.
Does your closed captioning work? Can you read it?
I don't know how to do it. I don't know where it is. There's no closed captioning thing on my thing. And I looked for it, and there's not a thing. There must be somewhere. But again, this is because the guy. I don't know if I want to get into it again. The guy from Comcast who put in my box a year ago was the guy who he came into my garage and he saw some of my Marine Corps stuff, and he said, "This is a kid," and he said, "I'm Vietnamese." I said, "Oh, really?" He said, "Yeah, I'm Vietnamese." He said, "Did you kill anybody in Vietnam?" I swear that's what first question to me when he came in the garage to bring his stuff in to put on my Comcast saying, did you kill anybody in Vietnam? And I was flabbergasted. I didn't know what to say. I said, I was 60 years ago. I didn't really say anything. And then the rest of the day, he wouldn't talk to me. He didn't show me anything. He put the thing in and left. Didn't show me how to work the stuff. Didn't show the guy. I mean, nothing. I couldn't believe it. Where the hell did that come from?
Why didn't you complain?
I should have hit him in the face. I mean, I should have dragged him by the hair and took him back to the freaking headquarters.
You could get him fired.
Well, then the other thing is, if he was, he probably knows how to wire a detonator. So, God knows I got security stuff and, and stuff like that. But still, I don't know. I was too flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. And once again, it was the whole Vietnam thing. I just, from that era, it's just, you don't want to start. I don't know. That's just, God, 60 freaking years. Is that okay now, please? Jesus, God, I was 20. I was 21. Anyway, all right. Sorry. Oh, I was trying to tell you. I'm sorry. Pete, I saw this last night on Jesse Waters. And they have one of these hot chicks who talks about social media issues. And he was talking about, and I think I wrote it down, they called it the latest side hustle for American women. You know what the latest side hustle is? No. Women showing pictures of their feet.
Yes.
It's everywhere.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what happened. I mean, seriously, when I open my phone, there's one picture after another of Hollywood celebrities with no shoes on, in dresses, walking down the street, shopping, but they're, posing in a chair with no shoes. And there's everywhere. And they did a thing last night, and the side hustles women are selling pictures of their feet. But I don't know where all of a sudden this came. I've never, I didn't know that was a money thing, I guess. Well, hell, remember our little friend, little sweetie girl that I used to play with all the time here, actually, with some of her college girlfriends. Remember, she said they sold pictures of their feet for like $150, years ago. But again, this is now a new big thing. It's everywhere. And by the way, when they showed it last night or talking about it, at least they should show pretty feet instead of these big, clunky, fat, knobbly ones. Anyway, but I guess there's something for everybody. But again, I was amazed. It's so popular now, they're talking about it on Fox News, about the video sources for women selling their shots of their feet. Now, guys, how would you feel? Now, if you're a woman and if you can sell pictures of your feet, fine. I mean, it's not illegal. Go ahead. I don't have a problem with it. But if I were married to a girl, and was, who had great feet, I don't think I'd be very happy with her selling pictures of her feet for other guys to be all excited about. But anyway, I don't know. I couldn't believe it. Oh, Mr. Phone. What do you got there, Jeff?
Wild Bill wants to chime in about the feet.
I've started something. Here we go. Hey, Wild Bill, how's it going, man? What's up?
Man, I got the feet thing figured out. That's the beginning. They start with the feet, and after they get you hooked on that, then they go to the ankles, and then the thighs, and then it's progression.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
It finally gets what men are interested in.
Yeah. But again, it's just people, it used to be, a fetish thing and a kinky thing and stuff. And I guess something happened, and maybe just women realized that guys like to look at their feet and decided, jump on board or something. I don't know. I was astounded. Fox News doing a special on the new side hustle is women selling pictures of their feet. I just thought that was pretty funny. And now, officially, I have never paid any woman to have pictures of her or feet or anything else. For the record. Anyway, not in pictures anyway. Now, 510. Sorry, it was bad. Donald Trump hints at a breakthrough in the Iranian talks. And he says it could be, in fact, he kind of teased, where's my thing? He kind of teased that something could happen this weekend. But he said there is a red line to start the war again, and that's if any troops are killed. Donald Trump said today, just this afternoon, we had played some of his live comments in the office today, like he's live pretty much every day. He said, a lot of people would say I've ended 8 wars, soon to be 9th. I hope that works out, but frankly, there's another one that could be number 10. And he's talking about clean coal earlier today. He said the Iranian military is wiped out, no Navy, no Air Force. And then about starting the war, he said, if a troop is killed, American troops are killed, it'd be a good reason to go back. If they killed troops, I would do that very, very quickly. And he would even meet the gay Ayatollah, if they were going to make a deal, but he wouldn't meet him in America probably. Anyway, and by the way, Hezbollah says, screw you, Israel and Lebanon, we're not going to abide by your ceasefire. So here we go. Anyway, so that's all continuing in the Middle East. And let's see. The phony Dr. Jill, the enabling queen, the cuckold queen, Dr. Jill, has now come out again. Every day there's a new thing about her book. Her new book is called View from the Criminal Biden Family Headquarters. And she was asked about a former spokeswoman for the White House named Andrew Bates, who said, I don't see why that painful conversation for the party in her book now has to be needed to be publicly reopened right now. So Jill Biden, who just turned 75 yesterday, the cuckold queen, said, I want to say to Andrew, call me up. Say it to my face, buddy. Ooh. And she also claims she's as honest with her husband as she is with her students. When she talks about rating my professor, she was regarded as an honest teacher. And she said, he's the love of my life, but I have to tell you, I'm honest with him. And she added that she's the same with her grandchildren. Oh, really? Including the one you ignore? How about little Navy? Have you welcomed her into the family yet? Remember the Christmas cards for years and their Christmas pictures for years showed the family and the dog of the Biden family and the grandchildren, except Hunter Biden's daughter, Navy. And now I think finally they had to admit, oh, yeah, well, Hunter had a kid too. Oh, damn it. Because they covered him up. And she says, gee, I saw my husband age. I didn't think it was out of the ordinary. I thought it was pretty natural. And then she said, Joe's the love of my life. Would I lie for him? No. Oh, my God. You would not lie. Oh, my, you lied to the country for 4 years.
That's a lie.
Oh, my God. I mean, the nerve of these people.
The nerve.
Offshore.
Go away. You lost. Go away. Yeah. I don't understand this.
And the video of him walking up to her the other day was just sickening. I know. Get gone. Get done. Good Lord. You ruined everything. Yeah. We're trying to get rid of all of you. Yeah. Yeah. Just walk into the ocean and be fine.
Rehoboth Beach is waiting.
A little lawn chair floating out into the 513. Holy crap. Something good's coming up here in a minute. Look out.
Get the latest breaking news and insight from the biggest conservative voices in the South when you follow Extra 106.3 across all your social media platforms. Find us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube at Extra 106.3.
Hey, I'm a dog. Every day, I dig. Every day, they fill it back in. It's a whole thing. But then my humans called Accent Fence and had a real fence installed. And now, I can't get out. But in the meantime, the family loves it.
Hi, this is Jared with Accent Fence. Secure your yard with wood, vinyl, composite, aluminum, steel, or chain link fence. And right now, we're making it more affordable. No money down financing. Get your free quote today at 770-995-7463 or book online at accentfence.net.
Sequoia National Golf Club is located 45 minutes west of Asheville, North Carolina, and nestled among the oak, fir, and flowered valleys in the heart of the Great Smoky Mountains. Owned by the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, this Robert Trent Jones II design offers an idyllic 18-hole journey filled with panoramic vistas on every hole, beautiful landscapes, and a fun mountain golf experience. Enjoy a relaxed lunch or afternoon beverage on the outdoor deck with 180-degree views of the Great Smoky Mountains. The surrounding community also provides golfers a welcoming environment that is rich with Native American culture and exciting year-round attractions. Sequoia National Golf Club is just 4 miles from Harrah's Cherokee Casino Resort and just a short drive from Atlanta. Experience a fun afternoon of golf with your friends or stick around for an epic stay-and-play weekend. Experience mountain golf at its finest and then go hit the casino floor. Book your tee time at sequoianational.com. That's sequoianational.com. Experience the majesty and beauty of Sequoia National, mountain golf at its finest.
America! Chuck, yeah! Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar is celebrating the red, white, and blues all summer long with our America 250 summer menu. We're talking Cyclone char-grilled oysters, Route 66 smash burgers, crab meat boardwalk fries, and USA-inspired cocktails. Raise a glass and cheers to 250 years of the US of A at Chuck and Shack Oyster Bar. Locally owned in downtown Alpharetta and Cumming, across from the collection. Find your location and details at theshuckandshack.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft, but that's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If they find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes in your financial accounts, they'll alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that can make all the difference. Save up to 30% off your first year with the promo code BECK. LifeLock.com. 800-LifeLock. 1-800-LifeLock or LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK at LifeLock.com.
If you like Brian Kemp, you're going to love Rick Jackson.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story, and I've kind of felt like for really 2 years now that race is right for political outsiders, especially somebody that could sell funds.
Rick Jackson, a conservative outsider who will make Georgia proud, just like Brian Kemp.
I'm Rick Jackson. Brian Kemp wins big for Georgia. Record jobs, teacher pay raises, and when Hollywood liberals tried to boycott Georgia, Kemp never backed down.
The conservative outsider, just like Kemp.
As governor, I'll slash property taxes and lead America in job creation. I'm Rick Jackson. Like Governor Kemp, I'll fight for Georgia and win big, because that's what I've done my whole life.
Rick Jackson's been a good supporter of mine. He's got a great story.
Rick Jackson for Georgia. Paid for by Jackson for Governor Inc.
Hey, this is Lowe's with David from Atlanta, who just purchased his new car with the Honest Car Guy, the new, fully transparent way to buy your next vehicle. David, tell us about your experience.
I had been looking for a vehicle for a couple months. The car buying process was a little challenging at first for me. I had some credit issues in the past, and I just happened to hear a familiar voice on the radio, and it happened to be the Honest Car Guy ad. I got in touch with Tom. Within 2, maybe 3 days, I had a vehicle being shipped here from Orlando, Florida. I have already recommended him to family members, several friends, and I'll purchase a car from Tom when I make my next purchase for sure.
Friends, if you're in the market for a pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, get an honest car buy from the Honest Car Guy. You pay what we pay, plus an honest fee, and we back that up by giving you the bill of sale. That's our transparency guarantee. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Well, this was a day in 1992. The post office wanted to put a stamp featuring Elvis Presley, so they had a vote. Young Elvis or the old fat Elvis? Well, 3-1 in favor of the young Elvis Presley. And by the way, 124 million of the stamps were never used. They were held by collectors. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Braves win another series. They did it last night by pounding the Blue Jays 7-3 in Truist Park. After spotting them a couple early leads, the Braves took off in the bottom of the third with this blast from Mauricio Dubon.
Hitters count for Dubon. Here's the 2-0 pitch. He connects and drives it high in the air, deep right center field, back to the gap at the wall. Out of here! It's gone! It's a 3-run homer, and the Braves take the lead.
Ben Ingram on 680 to the Fan. The score remained 4-2 until the 7th when Ozzie Albies put the game out of reach.
1-1. Swung on, rattled deep to left field, down towards the pole, and is gone! A 3-run homer by Ozzie Albies as he reared back and burned it down the left field line. Braves with a commanding lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning, leading 7-2.
Yeah.
And 7-3, the final, as Tyler Kinley gave up a solo homer in the 9th. Matt Olson, a 3-hit night. Austin Riley, a great defensive play at third. And Ha-Seong Kim finally getting an RBI bloop single. And those are the other highlights. Grant Holmes improves to 5-2, giving up 5 hits, 2 runs. Patrick Corbin remains an Atlanta punching bag, taking the loss. Bravos go for the sweep tonight. A battle of lefties. Mason Fluharty with a 3-0 record and a 3.91 earned run average for the BJs. The 8-3 Chris Sale and his 2.01 ERA for us. Ha-Seong Kim is not in the lineup tonight. Dubon is playing shortstop. Still a lot of Canadians around the Battery, so make sure you hide your mayonnaise if you're going down there.
Canadians are famous for their mayonnaise thefts.
Yeah, they love mayonnaise.
They love their mayonnaise.
Braves still have a 9.5 game lead over the Phillies. Toronto still tied with the Orioles for third place in the AL East, 8.5 games behind Tampa Bay. College football news, Virginia Tech just got a $75 million donation.
Whoa.
Most of it going to the athletics. In other news, moonshine sales are up in the greater Blacksburg area.
Okie dokie.
NFL news. Lions rookie receiver Kendrick Law suffered a torn ACL in yesterday's OTA practice, a non-contact drill. Law selected in the 5th round of the 26th draft out of Kentucky after Detroit traded up 13 spots to land him at number 168. Law began his college career with the Crimson Tide.
Is he out? Is this
ACL. He's out for a year.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Wow.
poor guy. Remember Nicole Brown Simpson?
Oh, yes, very well.
The woman probably murdered by NFL Hall of Famer O.J. Simpson along with her waiter, Ron Goldman.
Yeah, he killed her.
O.J. allegedly turned them into human Pez dispensers.
Yeah.
The 32nd anniversary of their deaths is June 12th. 32 was O.J.'s jersey number. To honor that day, Nicole's sister, Tanya Brown, has a good idea. The NFL should forever ban the number 32 from all jerseys because every time she sees that number, she relives the trauma and says many other people do too. And if the league says no, they should publicly dedicate the number to Nicole and Ron, encouraging players to wear it in their memory.
Well, Jim Brown was also number 32 in the pros, 44 in the college.
There's no chance
you
this
can't.
happens.
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. Remember when I told you about NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to testify before a House Judiciary Committee about taking games off of the free TV?
Yeah.
Well, about that. Seems the NFL really is more powerful than Congress because Rockin' Roger told him he had better things to do. Actually, he claims there's litigation involved and he cannot comment at this time.
Well, that's too
So
bad.
add Congress to the growing list of things the NFL doesn't care about, along with the players and you, the fans.
Oh, mercy.
I mean, that's maybe the most powerful thing in this country right now.
Must be.
It is. An idiot juvenile who ran onto the court in San Antonio last night during Game 1 of the NBA Finals has received a lifetime ban from all NBA games for his trouble. The young idiot tried to take a selfie with Spurs star Victor Wembanyama, but was arrested instead. A second person also is getting a lifetime ban. Well, it's either that or beat him the hell out. Beat him down.
They should have hit him. They should. That's the old days. Would have hit him in the face. That's right. That's right.
He could have had a weapon on him.
That's right. You can't trust. Monica Seles, for God's sake. Things happen. Things happen. You can't take a chance. Somebody running onto a court. Please.
It's not funny anymore.
No.
It's just not.
No.
I say break their leg.
Absolutely.
Knickerbocker star Jalen Brunson also had some trouble with fans late in the fourth quarter. And once again, it was a blonde woman, just like at the Cubs-White Sox game a few weeks ago. What's funny is the New York City media is collectively clutching their pearls because someone shouted something less than nice at a New York player.
I can't believe it.
Somewhere, Trae Young is having a good chuckle. Meanwhile, New Yorkers are taking the news of their surprising Game 1 win with their usual savoir-faire.
Yeah, prayed together today.
They're already climbing on top of light poles and ambulances.
Yeah, it got ugly fast.
And the craziness isn't just in New York. A young Spurs fan who had been declared brain dead after a tragic accident celebrating their recent playoff win has died. He was only 17. Jose Luis Rodriguez III fell from a vehicle during wild celebrations after the Spurs won Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals against the Thunder last week.
Man.
Jose was riding on the passenger seat window when it hit a curb, bounced him out. He landed headfirst on the pavement.
Oh, Lordy. Sitting on the window. Well,
I know. Meanwhile, a lot of people noticed the new face of the NBA, Wembanyama, stood with his arms crossed during the entire U.S. national anthem. Was that disrespectful, and was it on purpose? Victor is French, not American, and the United States flag code specifically outlines that citizens of other countries present should stand at attention, which Wemby was doing.
Well, your attention's not with your arms folded in front of your chest like you got nothing better to do.
What is attention?
Attention is arms at your side and your feet at a 45-degree. Well, attention's attention. I mean, if you're sitting like this, isn't attention. Does this look like I'm at attention? Looks like I'm saying, screw you, I got something to do.
You're paying attention to me, aren't you?
Well, now, but again, I don't have that much of a problem because he's French. He's not an American citizen. So, on the other hand, does it also say the things he has said before?
Did he? I didn't delve too deeply because I don't care. He's French. I
should add this. So you should understand this. Not long ago, this same Wembanyama, the 9 feet tall guy, said that. Well, I can't believe that in this country they allow ICE agents to go around murdering people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He is dumb as a post.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, the French only salute a white flag.
There you go. Yeah, on the way out.
Very good, very good. But you know what? This puts me in an awkward position of having to root for the New York Knickerbockers.
I know. Everybody's rooting for the Knicks. Have you heard it? The talk everywhere because they feel so bad for them. It's like the Red Sox winning the World Series after 100 years.
Yeah, we're tired of the Spurs winning. They won. They win the lotteries always. They win. The Popovich was a communist. I mean, I don't like them either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well. The WNBA continues to show itself as a minor league endeavor. Yeah. Caitlin Clark's team, the Indiana Fever, hosting the Atlanta Dream tonight. But longtime sports reporter Scott Agnes will not be there, at least not in his capacity of covering the team and the NBA Pacers for the last 13 years. The Fever revoked his season credential.
Whoa.
Why? Because he was reporting on Caitlin's absence from a 20th home game against the Portland Fire. Clark is surprised late scratch due to a back injury. And they didn't like what he said, so they basically cut his press pass.
Well, Lord.
Yeah. Now, that's rather touchy. I simply refuse to say that Scott caught the Indiana Fever at a bad time.
Yeah.
Of the month.
Maybe it was
caught him at a bad time.
Yeah, it was May 28th, or so. It was not a good
Seriously. June 4th on this day, June 4th. I just said that. 1913, English suffragette Emily Davison, wanting to get women to vote.
Yeah.
Is trampled and mortally wounded by a racehorse called Anmer, ridden by Herbert Jones and owned by King George V during the running of the Derby at Epsom Downs in Surrey. The jockey thrown from the horse finished the race without him. Davison died from her injuries 4 days later in the original example of Blink Around and Find Out.
Oh, my.
Runs on, and I think there's an actual old film of it, of her running out in front of
ran out of the well, what do you expect?
Yeah, that's what you get.
Idiot.
1940, the Braves signed South Park High School, Buffalo, New York. Standout Warren Spahn will make his major league debut in 1942. He appears in 2 games as a 20-year-old for Boston. Then he serves 3 years in the Army during World War II. So in 1946, at the age of 25, so that's kind of late. Coming in, especially back then. The Bronze Star and Purple Heart recipient will win the first game of his career. Goes on to become the winningest lefty in the history of the game. 363 victories.
Holy cow! I had no memory of Warren Spahn. Almost 400. Holy cow!
That's right.
Wow.
1968, at the Ambassador Hotel in L.A., Robert Kennedy tells his followers in the ballroom, giving a victory speech in the California primary, "I'd like to express my high regard to Don Drysdale, who pitched his 6th straight shutout tonight, and I hope we can have as good fortune in our campaign." At nearby Chavez Ravine, the Dodgers right-hander had blanked the Pirates 6-0, extending his scoreless streak to 54 innings. Senator Kennedy then entered the kitchen where he was gunned down by a Palestinian.
Palestinian, yes.
Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
A Palestinian did that.
Yeah.
1974, on the 10-cent beer night, home plate umpire Nestor Chilak stops play with the score tied at 5 in the bottom of the 9th, giving the Rangers the forfeit victory over the Indians at Cleveland Stadium. The promotion sold an estimated 60,000 cups of beer to a crowd of just over 25,000. It becomes unmanageable when drunken Cleveland fans attack Texas outfielder Jeff Burrows and the umpires. Thank you, Cleveland. This is why we can't have nice things. Like 10-cent beer night.
Well, that'll do it.
1984. 1960 champion Arnold Palmer fails to qualify for the U.S. Open Golf Championship for the first time in 32 years.
Is that with the only one he never won the PGA? I think he only major he never won. Arnold Palmer never won the PGA, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah.
2001, after falling behind in the count 3-0, Little League pitcher Robert Knight strikes out the final batter to complete a perfect game. All 18 batters strike out. 5'3", 12-year-old wins 7-0. He also had 3 hits in the game.
All strikeouts? He struck out every batter, strikes out? Holy cow.
Right, yeah. 2003, although his bat may have contained cork in yesterday's game, all 5 of Sammy Sosa's historic bats housed at the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown and the 76 confiscated from his locker by Major League Baseball reveal no signs of tampering. X-rays and CT scans clear the Cub slugger's remaining lumber. Imagine being a patient with, kind of appendicitis, and you're sitting behind the CAT scan waiting while the X-ray baseball bat. 76 of them.
Holy moly.
2010, the Brevard County Manatees announced they're going to stop taking BP to protest the massive oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico caused by the company with the same initials. The Florida State League team, a farm club of the Brewers, plans to refer to batting practice as hitting rehearsal, or HR.
Oh, HR is even worse.
HR. On this date, let's see, June 4th in 1929, the Boston Red Sox owner Harry Frazee dies of kidney failure. He's just 48. The man who traded Babe Ruth so he could get money for his Broadway musical No No Nanette.
Yeah.
Although some say that's a myth and not exactly.
Oh, really? That's not what I heard.
Also on this date, 2007, we lost Bill France Jr., NASCAR pioneer, lung cancer at 74. 2010, John Wooden, 10 national championships while cheating at UCLA, dies at 99.
That was cheating.
2000, he was a cheater.
Well.
2000, ask Bobby Knight. No, he's dead too.
Oh, okay.
2012, Pedro Bourbon, Dominican reliever,
Yeah,
won
I
World
remember
Series
Pedro.
in 75-76 for the Redlegs, dies of cancer at 65. 2014, we lose Don Zimmer, an infielder, two-time All-Star for the Cubs, won World Series in Brooklyn and L.A. for the Dodgers at 55 and 59, manager of the year in the NL in 89 for the Cubbies,
And?
died of heart failure at 83.
Do you remember Don Zimmer's famous moment?
Pedro Martinez
The
threw him
headlock?
roughly to the ground, which he
That's right.
showed up because he was
Yeah.
trying to hit him.
That's right. And Zimmer said, shunk, doink, and down he went.
Let's see, Dwight Clark died on this day in 2018. He hit the catch for the 49ers from Joe Montana at the day. He died of ALS at 61. And in 2023, we lost Roger Craig, the uncle of one of my friends.
Oh, great running
pitcher,
back,
World
man.
Series, 55-59 for the Brooklyn and L.A. Dodgers and 64 for the Cardinals. Managed the Padres and the San Francisco Giants. Died at 93. Roger Craig loved the split finger pitch.
Yeah, I remember those days.
And his former Mets pitcher, too.
I'll be damned. Anyway, Pete Davis and so much more coming up. 532, 106.3, and we got an audio history note coming up and a fun look back at a birthday also sent by Elegant. Here we go. Stand by.
Your favorite Extra shows are streaming live video from the studio on Extra 106.3's YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Extra YouTube channel and get the Morning Extra and the Kimmer Show in live digital video.
Summer is here, and hopefully vacation is on the horizon. Whether the beach or maybe you're more of a mountain person, you've planned and saved in order to take some much-needed time off. You planned your vacation. Shouldn't you plan your retirement? You planned for a week in the sun, but have you planned for decades of golden years? Master Plan Retirement works with you to create a holistic, comprehensive retirement plan in order to offer the one thing your time off needs the most: peace of mind. From income and growth, tax strategy, legacy planning, and more, Master Plan Retirement walks alongside you to help ensure your golden years stay golden. Schedule your complimentary consultation today. Visit masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
In December 1947, a meeting in Daytona Beach changed racing forever. From street-driven stock cars, NASCAR was born. An exciting exhibit from stock cars to race cars showcases 7 generations of NASCAR. Cars raced by Richard Petty, Junior Johnson, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and more. On display June 2nd through September 27th only at Savoy Automobile Museum in Cartersville. Get tickets online at savoymuseum.org.
Your yard. It stresses you out. Between the watering, the seeding, the weeding, and mowing. And no matter what you do, you're never satisfied. Have you thought about artificial turf? It's low maintenance, it's pet friendly, and it looks amazing all year round. Those in the know use ATL Turf Go. ATL Turf Go is Atlanta's top choice for artificial grass installation. Let them build you a backyard of your dreams with a custom golf or putting green, outdoor kitchen or pool deck. They even specialize in custom concrete and stonework. They handle everything from design and grading to construction and drainage solutions. So whether it's residential lawns or recreational sports fields, ATL Turf Go can build you a stress-free space you'll love. So say goodbye to mowing, maintenance, and your wasted weekends. Learn more and schedule your free in-home consultation today. Call ATL Turf Go, 678-403-2339. That's 678-403-2339. Or visit atlturfco.com.
Hey, it's Tug. Chuck and the team at Central Heating and Air Conditioning are bringing back something I love. Their 6th annual Christmas in July, benefiting Skyland Trail right here in Atlanta. Skyland Trail does incredible work helping people facing mental health challenges get real, lasting support. And Central is proud to give back to a community that they've been serving since 1947. Now, here's the part I like. It's easy to help, and it actually helps you too. When you sign up for a Central maintenance agreement, they'll donate $10 directly to Skyland Trail. And on your side, you'll get priority service, seasonal tune-ups to help prevent breakdowns, and better efficiency, especially now that the Georgia heat's kicked in. It's one of those rare wins where you're taking care of your home and helping someone else at the same time. Central services all makes and models. With them, you're never a number, you're family. Call 770-GET-HEAT or go to centralheat.com to sign up today. Carrier products, carrier warranty, carrier peace of mind. Central Heating and Air Conditioning, delivering carrier comfort for the world we share.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
When you hear about Israel in the news, it's easy to think about the headlines, the politics, or another conflict far away. But for families in Israel and Jews around the world, this is personal. Anti-Semitic attacks in the Holy Land and all across the globe are increasing. There are people who have survived and endured so much and again are fearing for their lives. They never thought it would happen again, and here it is. Jewish families praying for the freedom to worship in safety. In moments like these, your voice matters because your voice can remind them they're not alone. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews is inviting you to leave a personal prayer or message of encouragement that will be delivered directly to somebody in Israel who needs hope right now. Not filtered through the media, not lost online, personally delivered. A simple prayer, a few heartfelt words. They can lift the spirit of somebody facing fear and uncertainty and isolation. It's more than support. This is standing with the Jewish people when it matters the most. Please go to prayifcj.org. Submit your prayer today. That's prayifcj.org.
There's a lot riding on every digging project. You want it done and over with. And the utility companies want their underground lines untouched and intact. Georgia 811 helps connect the dots. If you're digging, submit your ticket to us at least 3 business days before the project starts. We'll notify our utility members, and they'll send locators to mark their lines at your site. Georgia 811, connecting the dots for safe digging.
Sponsored by Georgia 811.
Hey, Extra 1063, it's Ben Burnett, host of The Ben Burnett Show. This Tuesday, June 9th, from 7 to 9 p.m. at Chiringa in downtown Alpharetta, myself, Tug, and Los from The Morning Extra will be hosting Politics on the Patio, featuring Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and Greg Dolezal, and many others. Check out all the details at extra1063.com and see you at Chiringa in downtown Alpharetta on June 9th.
Hey, look out now. Kimmer Pete Flounder's off until Monday, and Just Jeff is with us here at 106.3. How you doing? Beautiful Thursday afternoon with Peter Gabriel, the first of a 6-date Conspiracy of Hope tour on this day, 1986, at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. The benefit concerts, the Amnesty International proceeds, held to increase awareness of amnesty on the 25th anniversary of their work for human rights in 86. U2, Sting, Bryan Adams, Peter Gabriel, Lou Reed, Joan Baez, and Neville Brothers all took part in 1986 for Amnesty International. Phone calls take priority. Mark, you're on the radio, man. Welcome. What's going on?
Hey, good afternoon, Kimmer. You guys doing all right down there?
Hanging in there so far.
Right,
it's early.
Hey, you were talking about your Vietnamese cable guy. I think I would have started after he asked that question with, what business is it of yours?
Yeah.
And then I might have gone as far as to ask him, well, why would it matter now? Well, are you a communist?
You know, but I thought about this. It really did trouble me. And again, I'm still thinking about it. This was like a year ago at least. And what I should, I mean, I didn't want to have a thing with him, you know. But what my initial reaction was, okay, you're a Vietnamese individual. He was like 23. He was a young kid. So I doubt that he suddenly just now came from Vietnam. Obviously, he was born. He was clearly an American citizen. So I should have said, oh, well, from your attitude, I'm kind of surprised. The first thing I thought you would have said was, thank you for going to Vietnam to make sure that we had freedom so I could be freaking born one day. I mean, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. I mean, seriously, I said, where's my freaking thank you, you little scumbag snot? Yeah, I mean, I couldn't freaking believe it.
Yeah, exactly. And I would have added the fact that, I was sent over there by my government to kill Viet Cong for you.
Yeah, so you could be alive today. Your family could be alive today. I mean, what are you, your ancestor Ho Chi Minh or something? I mean, you're holding on to the old commie Vietnamese thing? I couldn't freaking believe it. Anyway, I didn't mean to,
No, that's okay, man. I've been in that same situation about Desert Shield and Desert Storm.
Really?
So I know what we're talking about.
Well, welcome home, my
you
friend.
guys are doing a great job, buddy. And again, thank you for your service. I appreciate it.
You're worth it, and thank you, Mark, and welcome home, my friend. 540, Kipper Pete and the Flounder. All right, hold on a minute. I got some a fun history type thing and a birthday thing, which I got a big kick out of today just by looking up stuff, and I always go above and beyond. And of course, my Comcast killed my watching TV with the sound on, so I spent more time looking up things like last night and this morning. Our birthday list includes Bruce Dern. Bruce Dern is 90. He's Laura Dern's father, and he plays the racist General Sanford Smithers in the movie Hateful Eight, which is one of the done by the guy who has the foot fetish, the director. Bruce Dern is 90. He was also in Hang 'em High, Django, Hateful Eight. But check this out. I looked up a little more about him. Bruce Dern, 90 years old today, earned a Best Supporting Actor Oscar nomination for his performance as a traumatized Vietnam vet in Coming Home in 1978. He got an Oscar nom for his role as the stubborn aging alcoholic in Nebraska. But I didn't know this, or if I knew, I forgot. Bruce Dern, 90 years old today, gained lasting notoriety in the classic movie The Cowboys, 1972. Bruce Dern in 1972, The Cowboys, played the cold-blooded outlaw named Longhair. Longhair, played by Bruce Dern, was the first and only villain to kill John Wayne on screen.
Not true.
Who else killed John Wayne on screen?
His last movie, The Shootist, the one with Lauren Bacall and Jimmy Stewart. He gets in that fight in the bar at the end of it, and Hugh O'Brien, he kills him, but Hugh O'Brien kills him too.
Well, I don't remember
dies
that.
of the wounds. Yeah,
well, I'm going to have to
a shootout, and they both die at the end of it.
Well, I'll be damned. He was Bruce Dern also in Hang 'em High, by the way. Well, now why would it say? Why didn't they know that on this history thing?
Well, because that's the big because he shot him in the back, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, he just shot John Wayne in the back."
Oh.
But the Hugh O'Brien thing, he died as a result of the fight, so it wasn't like he shot him in the head or something like that.
Yeah. Now, Hugh O'Brien was a TV star for the series of was it Bat Masterson or that wasn't Bat Masterson? What the hell? Hugh O'Brien was a major star.
He was.
Had his own series, and he was a huge star. As a cowboy, was it bad? No, that's
The Shootist is a great movie. Yeah. Ron Howard's in it.
You know, I tried. I don't think I've ever. I know of it, and I don't think I've ever actually
his last movie.
Seen it. I'll be damned. Anyway, one more thing on our history list here today. Hold on, now I got to get it here. I got it right here. Hold on, I got it right. Hold on, dirty rotten. Oh, now come on. Oh, here it is. Right. Okay. You ready, Just Jeff? On this day, in 1940, Winston Churchill delivers a famous speech to the House of Commons.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Winston Churchill on the threat of the Nazis. And one more kind of related, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. At a time when a lot of Americans were real nervous about what the hell's going on around the world, and everybody said Americans aren't ready to go to war in World War II. I mean, they're soft. Well, FDR said this. From Berlin, Rome, and Tokyo, we've been described as a nation of weaklings. Playboys would hire British soldiers or Russian soldiers or Chinese soldiers to do our fighting for us. Let them repeat that now. Let them tell that to General MacArthur and his men. Let them tell that to the sailors who today are hitting hard in the far waters of the Pacific. Let them tell that to the boys in the flying fortresses. Let them tell that to the Marines. FDR.
Doug says that Hugh O'Brien was Wyatt Earp.
Wyatt Earp, that's what it was. That's what it was. Thank you, Don. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Check out the shootist, the people in there. John Wayne, Lauren Bacall, James Stewart, Ron Howard, Richard Boone, John Carradine, and Hugh O'Brien.
Wow.
Yeah.
What year? Just say what year that was? That had to be like 82 or 80,
76.
76.
Now, I'm trying to remember if he died of Hugh O'Brien shots or if the bartender got him with a shotgun too. It was a big old shootout going on.
I know the movie, and I don't know why I don't remember anything.
He's
about
dying
it.
of cancer in real life and in the movie.
Yeah. I remember. See, I have a glimpse of remembering that, but I don't remember the movie.
And it was very much like Clint Eastwood, Unforgiven. We kind of shows, okay, all those westerns, they're not glorifying.
Oh, no,
don't think
Unforgiven.
that's a hero.
Yeah.
And John Wayne does in The Shootist. He's telling the young boy, Ron Howard, do not follow me. This is not a good thing.
Unforgiven's one of my favorite movies. I've got it, and I watch it once in a while. That's a really well-done film. Anyway, it's 5:46 already. Holy cow. Kevin Pete Flounders off, and Just Jeff is here, and we go wrap up things here shortly on 106.3. How you doing? Beautiful day. Hope you're doing good.
You can stream Atlanta's only conservative news and talk station while you work at extra1063.com. Get the latest from the Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Neil Boortz, and stay connected at the office. That's xtra1063.com.
For a lot of drivers, the question isn't, should I buy a Toyota? It's, where should I buy it? Because the dealership matters long after the paperwork is signed. My good friends at Marietta Toyota, well, they've built their reputation the right way. Trust, consistency, and of course, most importantly, taking care of the neighbors and customers for over 50 years, proudly serving the Marietta area since 1975. You get real selection, straightforward answers, and a team that respects your time. Here's the difference most dealerships don't include. Every new Toyota comes with our nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty. That's valid for unlimited time and unlimited mileage for as long as you own your Toyota. That's long-term confidence backed by Toyota quality and supported by a full team here after the sale with service and genuine Toyota parts on Cobb Parkway South. It's time for you to visit Marietta Toyota on Cobb Parkway South, about 3 miles north of Truist Park. Marietta Toyota. We've been here and we'll be here for you.
Nationwide lifetime powertrain warranty included with every new Toyota purchase. See dealer for coverage details, exclusions, and requirements.
Atlanta, it's Mark from the Safe House. The legacy of Joe Biden lives. His open border policy let millions of illegal criminals stream into our country. We continue to have customers visit the showroom and report that they have been victims of break-ins and lost their hard-earned and irreplaceable items. So don't be a victim. Drive by the Safe House showroom and see what real security looks like. Picture yourself placing your valuables in a Fort Knox safe. Now that's real protection for your priceless valuables. Drop by the showroom or go to AtlantaSafeHouse.com.
I'm Michelle Stovall, and our company has been family owned and operated for 75 years. Check us out at StovallINC.com, or better yet, stop by our newly opened 11th store at 9500 Union Hill Road in Canton. At Stovall, we supply you with all your landscaping project needs, completely hassle-free down to delivery. Been dreaming of an outdoor kitchen, fireplace, or other custom paver project? We partner with Keystone Hardscapes for all your beautiful high-end concrete needs. We look forward to making your landscape dreams come true. Stovall has it all.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I know a lot of our listeners, they've heard about the big, beautiful bill, but they might not fully understand all 900 pages of it. So what are some of the most important things folks need to know when it comes to taxes as they approach their retirement?
Oh, Kevin, I imagine the politicians don't know what half of that 900-page document was about. But as it pertains to financial planning, there's some major tax changes. Things like no tax on tips, some big deductions and changes to the way we pay taxes on Social Security. There's also some big changes to the way we're actually allowed to do SALT and other deductions to minimize what we pay from a tax perspective. But your CPA has got to be aware and got to be planning for that. So we've got to get to work on that.
I know it's 900 plus pages, Evan, but ultimately it's probably not what everyone had on their summer reading list. But ultimately, we know tax implications, they can really derail a retirement plan when all's said and done, can't they?
Well, 100%. I mean, think of it this way. If you make $1, but then you got to give half of it or more to Uncle Sam, and trust me, between capital gains taxes, taxes on your Social Security, taxes on your ordinary income and dividend and interest income, you're going to be giving a huge chunk to Uncle Sam unless we do some proper planning. And with that, we can minimize, in some cases, completely eliminate the taxes that you're paying.
A new tax plan can mean new tax strategies, and if you'd like to learn more, give Atlas Retirement a call today and let them put together a complimentary tax map just for you with absolutely no obligation. Give them a call today, 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799 or online at atlasretirement.net. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hello, summer, and hello, Braves baseball. Mark your calendars for summer plans as the Giants come to Truist Park, June 16th through the 18th. Get your hands on back-to-back giveaways with the Ronald Acuna Jr. bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines on June 16th and the Braves soccer jersey presented by SeatGeek on the 17th. And there's 2 brand new ticket packages featuring SpongeBob and Toy Story. Both ticket packages include a game ticket and either a Braves SpongeBob jersey shirt or a Braves Toy Story t-shirt. Then the Brewers roll into town June 19th through the 21st. The weekend series is packed with everyone's favorites like Friday Night Fireworks presented by Georgia Lottery, Saturday's pregame block party, and a kids LED light giveaway for the first 3,000 kids on Sunday the 21st. Check out all of the fun and purchase your tickets at braves.com/promos. Atlanta Braves baseball. We are Braves country.
I like this song. It's a huge hit. I kind of like the Police. A little bit there, at least. 1983, the Police, 4 weeks at number 1 with Every Breath You Take, their 5th number 1 single. It was also their final number 1 single from the band's Synchronicity album. Sting won Song of the Year, and Police won Best Pop Performance for this song at the 84 Grammys. There you go. Let's see. Our birthday list, Kim or Pete, Flounder's off, and just Jeff is here. Noah Wiley is 55. Dr. John Carter on ER. Tom Mason on Falling Skies. Flynn Carson on The Librarians. And Noah Wiley at 55 today is also in that movie, or the series The Pit on Max. Noah Wiley, 55. Angelina Jolie, 51 years old. She used to drink Billy Bob Thornton's blood. They used to drink each other's blood. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, of course, Wanted, Salt, Maleficent, Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie, 51. And the guy who played Weasel in the Deadpool movies, T.J. Miller's 45 here, just for the record. And a quick sports note here, Pete Davis, on this day in 1838, the first officially recorded baseball game played in North America, played in Beachville, Ontario. The game included 5 bases, a bat, and a yarn ball covered with calf skin. In 1838. Anyway, and let's see. Just in, we knew the Plattner stuff was going to get even worse and worse, and here we go now. Some of his ex-girlfriends for this guy, Graham Plattner, the Senate Democrat nominee in Maine. Well, now ex-girlfriends are coming out to talk about him a little bit. He is a woman hater who twisted an ex-girlfriend's arm almost completely off. He fantasized about killing people and raping intruders. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren loves him. Bernie Sanders loves him. Chuck Schumer, suspected child molester, loves him. He boasted about his Nazi tattoo. According to his girlfriends, one ex said he used to brag about his Nazi tattoo, calling it, quote, my Totenkampf. Contradicting his claim that, I didn't know it was a Nazi tattoo. I thought it was just a terrifying skull and crossbone thing, you know. It's an image adopted by Hitler's SS. 3 of his ex-girlfriends say they're troubling time dating him. They describe him as someone who hated women, would call him hatchet wounds. Oh, my God. You know what that means?
Yes, you know what that means.
Yeah, the BJJ. He said, a girl said, he said this a lot. If anybody ever broke in here, I'd rape them. And not in a gay way, he said. He was like, I would rape them to show that I'm dominant.
How is that not gay in any sense of the
Please. The girl said he twisted her arm during a fight, shoved her in a bedroom, held the door closed, told her she couldn't leave until she calmed down. Oh, they love when you say that. She said,
and then follow it up with, you're acting just like your mother.
Yeah, just Oh, mercy. Anyway, let's see. He brushed off the responses. He says, I know it looks like a bitter ex-girlfriend trying to take down a Democrat. Anyway, so this freaking Plattner. I mean, it's just this. Oh, and by the way, in case you missed it, I mentioned earlier, John Fetterman. God bless him. I can't tell. I can't tell you how I've changed 180 degrees. When John Fetterman had this stroke and he couldn't talk, and he was obviously, the guy. All we know is that he once chased a black man running through his neighborhood. Fetterman got in his car with a gun and chased a black guy. Thought he was up to no good when the black guy was just jogging. So he's kind of, and I said, well, what an idiot he is. And then it turns out that he's actually an old-fashioned, legitimate, middle-of-the-road Democrat.
Yeah.
I mean, he loves America. He loves the military. He supports, the president going to war stuff. He's an old-fashioned Democrat. He'll never, love Donald Trump, but he's an old... Anyway, so he says, on this guy freaking Plattner, he says, if Plattner will tell us all about... He calls him P. Hustle. He says, I'll make a deal. I'll tell P. Hustle I'll wear a suit every day. This is the guy who wears, jogging clothes. He said, I'll wear a suit every day. Tell P. Hustle, if he releases all those texts and messages that he's had with a dozen women, you prove to America what's in these conversations. Prove how old these girls are. If you have nothing to hide, release the messages. As a Democrat, he said, I'm never going to carry water for a guy that calls an American hero a dumb MFer, someone who smears Chris Kyle claiming he shot innocent civilians to build up his kill call count. He said it's just possible. Plattner's the kind of guy who, tried to enlist, and when he enlisted in the Marines, he said, well, yeah, I like rape, arson, robbery, and rape. They said, you said rape twice. I said, yeah, I like rape. That was freaking Plattner when he enlisted. It was unbelievable. Anyway, that might have been a true story. And some woke... Oh, God, we're out of time. Oh, my God. But it's okay. Cool. I got a lot of stuff for tomorrow already. Pete, sleep in. Okay. Hold everything. Look out. Here's another Flounders Funny. Stand by.
I'm pre-internet. I mean, we go to a county fair, Wilson County Fair, and this is in Tennessee, if you're wondering. And we would go there. Fairs, I don't know how they're still open, but I don't think the government knows about them. I don't know. We ride these rides that were on the interstate an hour ago. So my dad is a magician, if you don't know, and we would go watch him perform. This is the 80s, so we go watch him. My dad's doing magic. Right next to him, they had donkeys jumping off a high dive into a pool. So pretty tough to keep people's attention when my dad is like, is this your card? And everybody's like, hold on, this donkey's about to jump off this high dive. That's something you don't think you want to see till it's up there. And I use the word jump very loosely. Yeah, these donkeys are falling off this high dive, but can't put that on the sign, You gonna watch a donkey fall off a high dive? You're like, no. What if he jumped? Well, at least he's into it. Just so you know, PETA shut that down. And, and that was one everybody was like, we get that one. There's another one PETA had to shut down. So this is also in the 80s. Pre-internet. You could fight an orangutan. You could fist fight an orangutan. This was offered. We didn't have a lot going on. This is what we had to do. And so orangutan would be in a boxing ring with boxing gloves on, and it would stand like this. And then a guy would pay $5. It wasn't for free. You would pay, and then he'd go in there, and this orangutan would just knock this dude out. Because we didn't have the internet to look up how strong's an orangutan. So...
Nate Bergazzi with you. I love it. All right, boys. Jeff, thanks. And Pete Davidson, boys. Sing me home, Christine. That's right, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Tomorrow, let her rip Friday. Anything goes. Go Braves. Look out, Herb.
The Kimmer Show is live on your ride home on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta on Dickey Broadcasting Station, Extra 106.3.
predicts we will win in Iran. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. President Trump with the comments this afternoon saying the victory will happen militarily or